Of October, when you cast your vote to elect the new leadership of our country for the next 6 years. And why it is important that Unity Party recognized that the National Elections Commission has the constitutional mandate to announce we want to show all of our supporters that the Unity Party has the numbers to win this election. So, and on that note, we want to kindly appeal to all of you across the length and breadth of this country to remain peaceful, to remain calm, and let the National Election Commission carry on her constitutional responsibility. But as a party, and what we have in our possession clearly show that the next president of the Republic of Liberia is Joseph Nimba. So be calm. Let us be Lord abiding. Let us believe that the peace of our nation lies in our hands as citizens across the length and breadth of this country. Be calm. The person you voted for, you get that person. Amen. And that person is Joseph Nimba. So, we saw your tenacity, your resilience, and your sacrifice for the great country. Many of you joined the line as early as 4 a.m. for the better Liberia. And we're going to show you that when they have counted all the votes across the country, we believe that Unity Party will take over the leadership of this country. So, having said that, we want to say that through this process, we have been harassed at many fronts by the ruling party. Just last night, we got information where CDC leadership will always want to make their way to the tallying center when the place is closed. What are they looking for? Do they want to revert the Liberian people will? I want to say to you, CDC, you will not steal our future anymore. The Liberian people have spoken, and their will, their vote must be respected. So, we, as a party, want to send this clearance call to NET That while it is true that at some times there are human errors, please be very careful on what you publish. Make sure your records and the data you publish on your website are accurate. Because Liberians, home and abroad, are convinced that this election is going to have a defining moment for Liberia's future. So we want to caution you. Do your best to ensure that you cross-check information and data before you put it on your website. But we believe that you want to do the right thing for Liberia. You are Liberian and you have a constitutional responsibility. And we have no doubt that Madam Deviata, Bra, Lasana, and the entire commission, that you will serve your country diligently and make sure that the Liberian people vote will matter to the future of this country. So we have no doubt that you will do the right thing. I want to send this clearing call to President Weah and his people that democracy is aware of the people, by the people, and for the people. And when the people speak, their voices must not be trampled. The people voices, their vote must count. And so if the people make the decision, we don't want anyone trying hard in their best way to revert the people's decision. This country has gone through a lot. Unity Party is committed to Liberia's peace. We brought this country out of the quagmire of suffering when the Unity Party took over in 2005. And Unity Party is still very much committed that Liberia will remain peaceful and progressive. We want to say to you, Madam Lasana, you and the commissioner, please save our country by doing the right thing, making sure that the vote of the people count. The Liberian people stood on lines to give their country the future. It is now your responsibility to ensure that the votes are counted. And I tell you, whoever wins this election peacefully, transparent way, we want to make sure that the Liberian people, whoever they want, will become the leader of our country. President Weah, to you, my dear friend and brother, this country has given you a platform to serve. This nation has given you an opportunity millions of Liberians don't have. If you lost this election, gracefully bow out. You give the country to whoever won the election. Don't tamper with the people's result. The Liberian people are the owner of this land. No one is more Liberian than the other. Let us understand that whenever you get a privilege to lead your people and they say they don't want you, please don't tamper with our result. But I want to show Liberians home and abroad that the Unity Party, by the grace of God and the confidence you have imposed in us, we have the numbers to make Joseph Nimba the next president of the Republic of Liberia. So, thank you very much. Yes, sir. And God bless you. And God save our state. Thank you. Amen. Amen.
Okay, folks, 30 minutes up to 4 p.m. here in Liberia. Good afternoon to you, wherever it is you're listening to us from. Good afternoon and welcome to the Spoon Network's coverage of the releasing of provisional or progressive tally reports by the National Elections Commission. Remember, 6 days ago, Liberians did go to the polls on the 10th of October 2023 to vote for president, vice president, 15 senators, and 73 representatives. The National Elections Commission began releasing progressive tally reports on the 11th of October 2023, and today is another day that the NEC has got to release progressive tallied reports across the country. So our team is already there at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission, and they'll be bringing us live whatever it is that will be unfolding at the headquarters there of the National Elections Commission. My name is Diamond Slanger. This is how I love to bid you welcome to today's edition of 2023 elections updates on the Spoon Network, Election Updates 360 on and across the Spoon Network. We're live on Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1 FM, Super 95.5 FM, as well as Trust 88.7 FM in Bong County. We're also live on Premium FM there in Bong County, plus a host of other radio stations across the country. Radio BTS, that's Radio BKS in Bopolu, Nimba County, is also relaying this broadcast as well. So today, yes, today again, the NEC is going to be releasing progressive tallied reports. And all ears, I'm telling you, every part of the country you go to now, irrespective of whether it's in the hinter of the hinterlands or is at the most accessible place or it's in the urban parts of the country, all you hear is these elections results. Liberians want to hear, Liberians want to know what's unfolding, and they want to know who's going to be the one announced as the winner, or whether or not there's going to be a second round or whatever it is. Liberians want to know. Liberians home, Liberians abroad, our neighbors are interested. Foreign journalists are here, international observers. Everybody wants to know who's going to be declared the winner, or whether or not there's going to be a second round. So that's the number one topic on the streets. Everywhere you go, you find people talking, whether arguing or having a kind of friendly conversation. This is the most talked about issue in the country. Yeah. So we'll be telling you exactly how the country feels like. Yep. This morning, schools reopened. Majority of the schools reopened across the country. I did see a lot of students going to school today. They see a lot of students, making their way back home from school today as well. Other schools have decided to wait and halt their reopening date, but a large chunk of schools reopened across the country today. So if you see students moving thereabouts, yeah, and as compared to the first and second day after elections, you see a lot of vehicular traffic in and around the country as well, people moving about and all of that. Yeah, so that sense of fear, that sense of, whoa, this might just pop, the pressure might be too much and it might pop. There's this pressure cooker kind of situation that people had a feeling about. To a larger extent, that has worn away. I should tell you the fact that has worn away to a larger extent, partly due to the fact the way these results are being released, at a snail pace or at a small, slow pace like that, making people to understand that this thing is about percentage. The media has been playing a very pivotal role as well. The media has been playing a very pivotal role as well in making sure people understand how this works as compared to 2017. So, that kind of tension that people anticipated and people were feeling, that kind of, like it was brewing on a cover the first and second day after elections, to a larger extent, you can feel that it's a bit calm. It's calmer than those 2 days as well. So people have grown to understand that, okay, it's a percentage-based thing. Let's go about doing our daily activities. People were kind of skeptical about opening their stores, their businesses at a larger extent, but things are moving on. I can tell you that for sure. And Liberians have understood that this is a percentage thing. So Nelson Cole and his team, they're there at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. Once the NEC is ready to release today's provisional or progressive tallied report, we will definitely be bringing that live to you. Let me say good afternoon to Yekezi Zuogbe, who's also here. Good afternoon to you, Yekezi. Hope you're doing great. Just returned from Nimba, fresh off the blocks there from Nimba County. How are you, sir?
I'm okay, Diamond, and it's a pleasure to be back on base.
Why you brought for me?
The question you ask,
it's a direct question.
They respond that whether they give, it would have been so troublesome, but it's good that yes, but I mean, I just brought it myself.
Why you bringing yourself to bring yourself to the network? You're the network's employee.
I just brought myself, and I mean, it's good that we went that far and everything was peaceful, everything was calm.
Yeah.
Relatively, there was no any kind of violence. So to a large extent, I could say everything was peaceful.
Okay, that's good to note. You were there in Nimba, crisscrossing that vast county. You observed what happened. You just gave it to us on the overall. But before returning to Monrovia or Montserrado, what are you hearing? We've gotten news from the provisional results being released by the NEC that some incumbent lawmakers will be retained. Like for the senatorial race, you see Senator Prince Yomi Johnson, the incumbent, has got a commanding lead above the second place, and others like Gompu Kagon, is struggling to make up the numbers as well. Tell us a bit, Yekizi, Nimba politics wise. I know the NEC is going to announce these results today. To a larger extent, Nimba is going to be covered, if not in its entirety today, but will be left with just a small percentage to be covered. What did you hear concerning losers and winners, newcomers, and old students that will be returning?
Okay, so from Nimba County, what I've been hearing is that more lawmakers will be retained compared to those who will be leaving, because Nimba has 9 districts. And in district number 1, the incumbent is Sam Brown, and I'm hearing that he will be retained. And of course, I'm in a lot of media chat rooms in Nimba County, and from tally sheets I've been seeing there, and especially in district number 1. I cover district number 1 particularly, and I mean, Sam Brown has a commanding lead there in district number 1, Nimba County. And in district number 2, the incumbent seems to be packing his load. The incumbent is Prince Topa.
That covers Sanikole area.
Yeah, Sanikole area. So he's receiving. He's not even coming a second, to the one who is in the lead. So Jan Flomo is in the lead currently. Jan Flomo is former station manager of a local radio station in Ganta called Radio Kagema. Yeah, so he's currently in a commanding lead in the district number 2. In district number 4, like you said, Gombu Kagon is kind of a little bit struggling. Yeah, he's kind of a little bit struggling, but it's a result that I don't have good information on. In district number 5, I understand Samuel Koga is in a commanding lead. In district number 6, Glikia, the incumbent, is also in the lead. In district number 7, the district of Musa Ability, I understand, is in the lead, even though currently if you see the statistics over Roger Doma, the incumbent. Even though if you see the statistic currently at the NEC website, Roger Doma is in the lead.
Yeah, but
from the overall, from the overall tally sheets
that NEC is releasing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
I even did see supporters of Musa Ability on social media rejoicing that he's won
of
that
course.
particular district. And District 8.
Yeah, of course.
What about District 8?
Yeah, so the District 8 is another district too where we see Larry Yonkoi.
Is retaining.
That is struggling. He's struggling. Larry Yonkoi is struggling.
And that is in direct comparison to Montserrado District 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Where you have Moses Akarasgre, making somewhat of a pastor kind of post, encouraging his supporters that take solace in the Lord. It has changed from taking it to the bank to taking it to God. And
I actually thought I saw that post late yesterday evening. I actually thought it was a joke until I took the number, tried to send mobile money.
I didn't see him.
And I saw the name Akara's great.
I tried to send mobile money to authenticate the number.
Yeah, to authenticate the number.
Akara's great.
And of course, I saw Akara's. I said, "Oh wow, something is happening." Yeah, so Larry Younger is actually struggling there in the district number 8, Nimba County. From the overall tally sheets I've seen, Miana is the one in the lead, and his supporters are already celebrating. And if you are a friend with him on Facebook, you get to know that he himself, he's kind of already celebrating his victory.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if we go to Lofa, the CDC did not win Lofa on the presidential level, but the CDC has won Lofa in the legislative race. Now you have 3 CDC elected representatives. You already do have 1 CDC senator in Senator Jala, making it 4, and you have 2 United Party, representatives elect in Lofa County, and then 1 independent senator in Momo Cyrus, who others have already started to label that he's going to side with the CDC. But if you leave the independent candidate as independent, you still have the CDC gaining control of Lofa County when it comes to the legislative level, and not the presidency in terms of the votes that were delivered to George Man and candidate Weah. That's for Lofa. But let's come to Montserrado County. Though the NEC has not yet declared, outright winners, but you see Bernard Blue Benson, popularly known as DJ Blue, on the CDC's ticket in district number 17 with a very commanding lead. You in district number 11, if I'm not wrong on the district, that's Richard Kuhn's district. Richard Kuhn.
Richard
that's
Kuhn.
In district 11.
Yeah.
He's a Unity Party candidate, and he's in the lead, And in district number 8 in Montserrado County, the districts that had almost all of the microscopes and pin on were district 8 and district 10.
Yeah, sure.
And in district 10, Yaka Koluba, an independent candidate, is in a very mammoth lead. The lead, the gap between the 2 candidates is like the gap from heaven, from the skies to the ground. That is the gap there. That's a gap that cannot be.
Yaka Kolibas has already started celebrating. I can remember during one of his celebratory events, our reporter Sylvester Cholplay, asked him a question, and the answer he gave was so comical. Sylvester Cholplay asked Yaka Koliba and said, "But Honorable Koliba, NEC has not yet declared you winner of the election, but you celebrated. Why?" Yaka Koliba said, "Today my birthday. Why I celebrated."
Yeah, he said, "For your birthday on Facebook is different." He said, "Yeah, we get different fake accounts on Facebook. Like the real birthday I'm celebrating."
Yeah,
Yaka is a corny fella.
Yeah, so and in District 4, Montserrado as well.
The incumbent.
Yes.
What's happening?
I think she's already. I'll say she's already conceded, because I saw something like that on her Facebook handle. Yes, that she's conceded already. So my understanding is that another ability is in the lead. Liability.
Okay, that we'll listen to the NEC today.
Yeah.
We just doing a crisscross of the various counties. Now to Bong County. You get money there, Johnny. You funny. Johnny Pay is already poised, if not to be named the winner of the Bong senatorial race. The gap there again is a very, very large one, and one that you cannot cover.
Yeah.
We are seeing that Liberians, the voting trend, we'll get to all of the districts as well once we lay our hands on the data from NEC. That's what we're trying to do. But what can you say about the trend of the polls on October 10 and the results that are coming now? What can you say about this particular trend? What trend have you noticed, firstly?
Well, for me, I think most of the big guys are going out.
You said big guys, what do you mean?
I mean, most of those very, I would say, vocal lawmakers, some of them who had, occupied top-notch position within various political parties around here, are leaving.
Like Speaker Chambers?
Like the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Chambers. What results we are getting from there, is bad for him. and he might just be walking away. He might just be going away. And I saw a Facebook post this afternoon, calling on him to tell his supporters to be Dakars. You can remember the word Dakars he used. He used against Yeke Koluba. Yeah. So I saw a Facebook post, people calling on him to tell his supporters to be Dakars. Yeah, and like in Nimba County, Larry Yonkwood is a very big name in Nimba County. He's a very big name in Nimba County. He's one lawmaker that a lot of Nimbaans, admire, because he's very vocal. He's outspoken. But, when it comes to the tangibles, it appears that he's not been able to deliver on the tangibles. And so, I mean, you remember in 2017, I mean, the margin between he and this fellow who's leading right now, Siemiane, it was very slim. Very, very slim. They have to conduct a recount. And I think the margin was 17 votes. Yes. But in this election, I'm understanding that the margin is wide. The margin is wide. I think more than 1,000 votes.
You haven't yet answered my question. Yeah, Kezi. I know you've been giving, your analysis about what's happening in these legislative elections across the country. But my question to you is, what trend have you noticed emerge from the October 10 polls that is being reflected in the results? I'll just chip this one in, and then you can continue. Now, it's kind of a sweet and sour situation for representatives elects now across the country, especially those of whom, are candidates of either the ruling CDC and the main opposition Unity Party. Those who know and those who have been announced as representatives elect for their various districts and senator elects cannot celebrate. That's the bittersweet scenario right now. They cannot go about celebrating, even in a way that will be large in terms of the magnitude, because they are waiting on the presidential results. So if you go and start celebrating now, while your boss man won't stay hanging, the fate of your boss is not yet determined. The top, though, for you as an individual, it is what you targeted. You got your target, but you cannot celebrate as of yet openly, jubilantly, because your boss's fate is still hanging, in limbo. That's a trend I've noticed. So you find a little bit of mild, messages celebrating victory, but you wouldn't see large celebrations erupting, here and there from these candidates that have been now pronounced as winners of their respective races in their counties, whether for representative or senator. Yakisi. That's a trend that I've noticed. I've been following their various pages, except for those who are independent candidates. Yeah. But for those who are on the ticket of either the Unity Party or the CDC, even if they are pronounced winners, their celebrations are mild ones as well.
Yeah. So I just I came from Nimba County specifically on yesterday, and what I have noticed as well is that there is this huge skepticism. There's this huge doubt, amongst the citizens there, and even in other parts of the country. From what I've seen on Facebook and other social media handles, citizens are very skeptical, or they are fearful that especially supporters of the Unity Party and some members of the opposition community, they are kind of fearful that this election might be rigged. That's what being discussed in various corners, even on social media. Some people feel that they've already won the election, even though the NEC is yet to declare anyone a winner of the election. But some folks, have been told by their political party that they are in a comfortable lead, and from the numbers that they've gathered so far, they are certain that they are going to win the elections. And on the other hand, you have other political parties claiming victory. Even though NEC is yet to announce its official result. So that's one trend that I'm seeing. There's this ho and pull mine between folks from the CDC and also folks from the opposition unity party. Everybody's like, claiming victories. Seditions or supporters of the CDC are claiming victory, and supporters of the unity party are also claiming victory. But also, there are some group of people, some supporters of the unity party that are, doubtful that, they if they win the election, the CDC might rig it, or they feel that they are in the lead and the CDC is claiming victory only, to send a message to the international community or to the world at large that they've won the election, even though realistically they've not won the election, but they are doing that to manipulate the process. Those are observations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yekezi Zugbe. We'll recap the numbers as they were released by the National Elections Commission on yesterday. There was also a list of winners declared by the NEC yesterday, like in Grand Bassa County District number 3. The incumbent, Matthew Fairplay Joe, was declared the winner. In River Gee County for the Senate, Francis Dopo was declared the winner. He replaces the incumbent Senator that's Komene Wise. The thing about the legislative races, even the presidency, is that for the legislators, you still have to be going to the capital until your successor is inducted.
Yes, sure.
For the presidency, you also have to be working as the president of the Republic of Liberia. But if the president Kennedy Weah is retained as president of the Republic of Liberia, there's no need for a transitional team that will be formed between the incoming government and the outgoing government to make sure that spendings, all of these things are well monitored and all of that. But if there is a change in government, then you'll see the setting up of a transitional team,
of course,
between the outgoing and the incoming government to make sure that they put a lid on other things and reduce spendings and all of that. Like in Lofa, as we said, you have Momo Saros, he's the senator-elect, and Steve Zago, the incumbent, who's now the outgoing. He didn't fare well at all, Steve Zago. He didn't fare well. So you have Thomas Fala.
Not Thomas Fala.
Of District 1.
Foya.
Elected in Foya. He copied from so Edwin Snow. Edwin Snow, is I want to call it the Snow theory. The Snow theory of when you are unpopular in a particular district or in a county, you move to another county, become popular there, do what you have to do, and win an election in that particular county. So Edwin Snow put it to test, and it worked for him. And now Thomas Fala has followed suit, and he has been elected in Lofa because the people of District number 5, they were tired. He saw that he wasn't even popular in District number 5 anymore. His popularity in Montserrado County was tested and badly beaten by Abe Darius Dillon. So he said, look, let me go back to my roots, like Loke Dubi, going back to my roots, Lofa. And he went and he won.
And Diamond to do such and be successful, a candidate has to have a lot of money, have to spend a lot of money, and because this is a district that you're totally new to, even though for Thomas Flack case, that his root is from Lofa, he's a Lofian, but the fact here is that he's been out of Lofa for a very long time. He's invested almost all of his resources here in Montserrado, and so going back now to Lofa County to want to contest there, you are like new to the people, and so you've got to invest, you've got to spend a lot, in order to get attracted to the people. So an individual who doesn't have a lot of money can't do that to be successful easily. So, I mean, a lot of spending was done there in Lofa County by and Thomas Fly. You know about the hall there in the city hall, implanted street lights and all of that, and those are all costly things to do.
Okay, so just to reiterate, the NEC did report all of the polling places from Lofa yesterday and announced Honorable Momo Saros, as Senator-elect of Lofa County. So it's there. You can go and check the information out. Momo Saros is Senator-elect of Lofa County. You have Thomas Fala, Honorable Thomas P. Fala, Representative-elect, District number 1 of the CDC there in Lofa County. You have Honorable Julie F. Weir, Representative-elect, District number 2, Lofa County. You also have Honorable Momo S. Poto, Representative-elect, District number 3, Lofa County, again, another CDC candidate. You have Honorable Giselle Collins, Representative-elect, District number 4 of the Unity Party. And you have Honorable Augustine Chiewolo, Representative-elect, Electoral District number 5, Unity Party candidate there in Lofa County. In River G for the Senate, you have Francis Dopo, Senator-elect, River G County. In Bopolu County, you have the former city mayor of Bopolu, Zina Norman, on the CDC ticket, also being pronounced as winner there in District number 1 of Bopolu County. In Grand Bassa County, Matthew Fairplay Joe, Representative-elect, being re-elected by the people of District number 3, Grand Bassa County. And once he was pronounced as the winner, Yekezi, a lot of questions were raised as to if Charlene Bromskin, Councillor Charlene Bromskin, had bided her time and waited and contested in District number 3 of Grand Bassa County, whether or not it would have been a different picture as compared to how the CPP is faring currently, 6th from the progressive tally reports from the NEC, and comparing that position in the presidential race and her ambition at the time of being a representative there of District number 3, Grand Bassa County, which would have fared much better than what it is now.
I mean, quite frankly, I was in the Grand Bassa County for almost a week. A few months prior to the campaign activities being declared open, and I saw that Charlene Bromskin was a very, very formidable force in the District number 3, Grand Bassa County, based on opinions, opinion polls conducted on various radio stations there in the area. She was at the forefront, and she's someone who started her framework in that particular district very early. So I'm of the opinion that if she had not changed her ambition, I'm of the conviction, based on what trended at that time, that she would have won that district,
or even fare better, or give the incumbent a run for his money.
Yes, of
compared
course.
to what it is now.
Of course, she would have been she would have terrified the incumbent there in that district.
All right, folks. So we'll go over the figures as released by the NEC on yesterday. We'll also be cutting across the country to speak to some of our county correspondents, not to give us provisional results. We are waiting to hear from the NEC, but to let us know in counties where winners have already been declared, whether in a senatorial or representative race, to let us know what sort of celebrations are ongoing there in those counties as well. But let's go to the figures there from the National Elections Commission, as was released on yesterday from the NEC's 5th press briefing. Today is day number 6, and we'll be live from the headquarters of the National Elections Commission, the most listened to building right now in the country. The most listened to voice in the country now is that of Madam Deviator Brown Lasana, the chairperson of the National Elections Commission, because Liberians want to hear They want to know. They don't want to be told. Nobody want they say, you say, I say, who say. They want to hear. All right. And we must commend our people as well on the overall, Yakizi, for maintaining the peace, for being patient, and for being resilient. And we must also applaud the media, including our very own institution, for always passing on that education as to how this percentage-based thing works, how it works, and why you should remain patient and don't be carried away by a candidate giving a percentage on a day, and another day it changes or it swaps, and then you get confused as to how it works. So our people have gotten a better understanding as of last election in this country, which was 2017. But let's go to the figures as released by the NEC on yesterday. All right, so this is for the House of Representatives. Just give me a minute. Let me go back to the presidential race. Just a minute, folks, as this thing loads quickly, and we'll give you the updated figures as released by the NEC on yesterday. As I said, we'll be cutting across the country to speak to our correspondents in Bong, in Grand Bassa, in Bopolu, in Cape Mount, and the rest of these places to know what's happening as well. So let's give it a minute to load. As you can see on the screen, it's taking quite a while for the website of the NEC to load. Is 2 minutes after 4 p.m. Remember, the NEC has got on their on their Facebook page that at 4:30 p.m. The daily press briefing is going to begin. Whether or not that happens, well, we'll be there. Usually, since day one, it's always started 5 or some minutes after 5 there. But remember, it's better to be patient and hear it all for yourself, and then to lose your patience, and then you don't get to hear anything. So I wanted to give you the figures as from the website of the NEC, but we can see that it's taking forever to load. So we just give you what we have on the phone to share with you. Do a bit of analysis on figures that are remaining, how it's going to swing, either or, how it's going to be. We'll also be talking about that. My name is Diamond Slanger. I'm here with Yekezi Zwebe. He's just fresh from Nimba County, but came with nothing for me.
I came with something good for you. I came with a lot of news for you, Diamond.
Please, carry your newsroom. You guys go cook news today. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go to the provisional tally results, or the progressive tally results as released by the NEC on yesterday. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find that on my phone. That's information I already had ready to share with you. But again, things are moving fast, and we really thought to have shared what was gotten from the NEC's website with you as well. So give it a minute, folks. Let me run through the phone quickly to share that with you. Yekezi can help. I know he's got that on his phone as well. But right, so there you have it. There you have it. All right. So as of yesterday, from the preliminary results as of October 15, 2023, 6:20 p.m. I'm reading from the website of the NEC on my phone. Says 2023 presidential elections results. Data entry progress is at 72.92%. 72.92%. That is the data entry progress as stated by the NEC. So you take a 100, you minus 72.92, it gives you 27.08. So you have 27.08% of polling places across the country still to be tallied and reported. The NEC has said the 72.92% of votes tallied so far comes from 4,295 polling places out of 5,890. So again, you take your little calculator on your phone, you say 5,890 minus 4,295. It gives you 1,595. So you have 1,595 polling places as of yesterday that are still to have reported according to the NEC. So you have total votes. The total votes includes the total valid plus invalid votes, gives you 1,436,050. So you have 1,436,050 votes, and that gives you 58.10%. of the total valid votes, of the total votes. So now we have 2023 president and vice president results. We are George Mane of the CDC, 593,558 votes, constituting 43.80% of the total number of valid votes. Boykai Joseph N. UP, 589,977 votes, constituting 43.54%. So if you take the percentages gotten by the top two candidates and you get the difference, it's just 0.26%. And it's not even half of 1% to say 0.50%, but 0.26%. In votes,
over 3,000.
That's a little over 3,000 votes.
Yeah.
As compared to 2017, you can clearly say the opposition Unity Party has made tremendous gains, partly again due to their affiliation with the MDR of Nimba County. That's one of the factors, plus other factors that Liberians did take to the polls to vote either for or against the ruling party. But again, if you look at the progress from 2017 to 2023, that's a huge gain in favor of the Unity Party.
A huge gain.
Okay. Now, but let's look at the number of polling places that are to be reported, which counties they are from, and whether or not this is going to swing into a one-round victory for either the CDC or the Unity Party, or we'll be talking about going to a runoff. So looking at the percentage, 43, but with 0.26% in between. If you do the math, you have at least 7% to be gotten by either of the two to reach the 50% threshold.
Yeah.
Or less than 7%. Because if you take the 0.54,
yeah, 0.54,
and you take the 0.84, you still would have at least below 7%.
Yeah.
But take or give or take, we want to leave it at 7% of the total number of valid votes from the remaining polling places to swing in the favor of either of these two candidates to achieve the 50%.
Yeah.
Then they just want single vote.
One vote.
So others are saying it is doable. But you also have to look at what numbers are being taken away by other candidates aside the top two candidates. So whether or not either of them can reach the 7% mark, that remains to be seen or being said. But the Unity Party have said again in a press conference today that they know what they have and they've won, and they're calling on the NEC not to tamper with their votes. But let's look at where the remaining votes are and what are the percentages of polling places in those parts that are yet to be reported 100%. Remember, the NEC has now reported on Bopolu and Bomi.
Yeah, Bopolu.
But their website has it that 100% of Bopolu has been reported, but the chairperson said they've not been consolidated. That's what she said on yesterday. Remember, they announced Bopolu results for representative on yesterday and Senate. But she did not, she said they have not been consolidated. So Bopolu and Bomi, Liberians are waiting to hear which way they'll swing. But from the last report, the Unity Party was in the lead in Bopolu and Bomi. Yeah. Remember, Cape Mount as well will need to be reported. But let's go to the remaining polling places across the country and what are the percentages of votes or the estimated amount of votes to come from these places. So only God Mailer says 8% balance for each candidate. Well, give or take. Margin for error, 7-8%. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So now you have Nimba County. We're doing a stronghold by stronghold or where each party is leading. So you have Nimba County. 535 out of 736 polling places have been reported, leaving 201 polling places in Nimba, which the Unity Party is winning by a very large margin. But the CDC has performed in Nimba as well.
Yeah, compared to how the Unity Party had performed in the Southeast.
In the Southeast. Yeah. That is a good analysis. If you look at that, the CDC is faring better in supposedly or reportedly Unity Party strongholds than the Unity Party is faring in CDC strongholds.
Yeah, sure.
So that again is giving and taking. And the CDC is taking more from the Unity Party in their stronghold. Like Lofa, for example, And that is partly due to the fact that the CDC did employ a lot of Lofians in top positions.
Of course.
And these guys have got influence over some of their people as well. And they're voting for the candidates of those who they see as their proxies.
Of course.
Yeah. So we come to Lofa County that has been reported 424 out of 424 polling places reported, remaining 0. Bong County, 109 out of 171 polling places reported, remaining 62. In Margibi County, you have 113 out of 441 polling places that have been tallied, remaining 328. Mark the 328. 328. In Bong County, you have 470 out of 555 polling places that have reported so far, remaining 85 polling places. Polling places. You have Bopolu County, 96 out of 134 polling places, remaining 38 polling places in Bopolu. Grand Cape Mount County, 102 polling places out of 213 polling places, remaining 111 polling places. In Montserrado County, you have 1,608 polling places out of 2,008 polling places that have been reported, remaining 400. So Montserrado, second highest behind, is it Bombing or Bopolu? One of the two. Cape Mount, that's Margibi. In terms of polling places that have not yet been tallied or reported. So Montserrado with 400 and Margibi with 328 and Nimba with 201. So we come to Grand Gedeh County, 132 out of 163 polling places, remaining 31. Grand Cru, 77 out of 110 polling places reported, remaining 33. Maryland County, 94 out of 175 polling places reported so far, remaining 81. River Cess, 83 out of 105 polling places reported, remaining 22. River Gee, 96 out of 98 polling places reported, remaining 2. Sinoe, 52 out of 152 polling places reported, remaining 100. So you have Grand Bassa County, 266 out of 405 polling places reported, remaining 139. So if you look at the maths, to give you, let's go to stronghold by stronghold, and you see the number of polling places in total remaining in those counties that we have put together under the headline stronghold by stronghold to just do our analysis. Remember, 4:30 we'll be crossing over to the headquarters of the National Elections Commission there. And all right, so a minute. I'm trying to get where we did do the total number in terms of strongholds to share with our people, so you can get a better or a clearer understanding of what we are trying to do here, to share with you. But the NEC is going to have a press conference at 4:30 p.m. The NEC is going to have a press conference, and we'll be live at that particular press conference for you to make sure we bring to you the latest figures coming out of the National Elections Commission. So stick and stay with us. This is the Spoon Network's way of making sure you keep informed and you remain informed during these very crucial elections in our country. Liberians need to be told real-time, untainted, unbiased news, and that is what we do here at the Spoon Network. My name is Diamond Slanger. I'm here with Yekezi Sezugwe. I got the middle name right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. See, I know your name. I can fill in form for you.
I don't know whether you have one of those darling names.
I do.
Okay. What is
Dewe.
it? Dewe.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
My Nyanti is also a Dalit name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
not popular.
Yeah.
Don't know them.
That's my middle name.
Okay.
Nyanti.
So Diamond Nyanti Slanger.
Powdru. Yeah.
Sounds comical.
Yeah. Oh, is that my name?
Dewe Pandu.
Dewe Baudru.
Bandru.
Baudru.
Baudru. Why? That's why.
All right, but we'll be cutting across the country to speak to our county correspondents while we're waiting on the National Elections Commission to come up with their latest updated figures for today. And it's hats in mouth. One person I did drive by this afternoon on my way to work. I went to get gas, and somebody said, "Yeah, it's when you reach into 4:30, my hack between."
Of course. Everybody is eager. And as a matter of fact, just to let you know, when I was in Nimba, there's a newly established station in Ganta specifically, called Voice of Nimba that usually relays, the afternoon show.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in Nimba, and every corner I passed, your voice was being heard all over. I was like, wow. Yeah. So if they are relaying us now, I like to say, thank you and good afternoon to Nimbans.
Okay. Thank you to the folks there of Voice of Nimba. We've also been mentioning them that they are relaying our broadcast as well. We appreciate the partnership. We want to make it formal. They can select what shows of ours to relay, because at the end of the day, the information is needed by everybody. Everybody needs to know. We've got the right to information as well. But let's go to Bong County. Somebody said, man, they were powder and can put holes in sheets. when they were giving names from Bopolu, Nimba, and Lofa doing the announcement of provisional resorts. You didn't hear names, eh? All right. But let's go to Bong County and see if we can speak to Kongwe Bokokoli. And just to the fact that you were saying, oh, my voice being heard all around. I'm just the one in studio. But if you look at the team,
yeah, sure,
the teamwork, the number of individuals who contribute to what we do is large.
Of course.
For these elections alone, we deployed over 53 persons. You went to Nimba.
Yes, of course.
To beef up the strength of our county correspondents in that place. We also have a lot of others who are of other people who are contributing. By the end of the day, people, Diamond. No, it's not only Diamond that's doing the work.
Of course.
We got Cyrus Hammond. We got SNW, Shannon Goe. We have talented people.
You wouldn't be able to name all of them.
People doing different work. We have Prince Hammer, DJ Magic, making sure all of the sound,
technical team, the producers.
These guys in TV, we say they are behind the camera crew. You
course.
Don't get to see them, but they do almost all of the difficult work. So we have to appreciate them as people are appreciating us. We need to keep reminding them that it's a whole team effort, and we alone cannot take all of the commendations. We have to share and let everybody in on what is happening. It's a network team, it's a team thing. Talking about a team player, let's bring on Kongwe Bokokoli, who's in Bong County and a part of the Spoon Networks team. Good afternoon to you, Kongwe. How are you?
I'm okay, Damo. Let me say good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to my man Yekezi. For long. Long time.
How are you? Long time, sure.
I was watching the TV. I saw you live.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's good.
Oh, you saw him live, eh?
Yeah, I saw him live.
Man, I came from Nimba with nothing. Where they get
I was in Nimba. You are calling me every minute. I'll give you news.
Absolutely.
I came back with a lot of news as well.
I guess he came back for Nimba, whereby the roadside you see palmnuts in big tops. Hey man, still wasting all around.
Have you even been to Grand Gedeh?
Oh my man.
For the past 10 years?
I've been to Grand Gedeh on several occasions, I can tell you.
Like
the last trip I made to Grand Gedeh was doing the president's tour.
The president. So the president had to carry you there before you could go.
It was an assignment.
Your own county.
It was an assignment. Oh, okay. You want to bring this to this way. Unlike me, to go to Grand Gedeh, to reach to Zwedru, before I then go to Tuzo, Mantown, it's not as easy as yours. I drove from here straight to Saninkule, stopping in Ganta for a night or two. Then I drove straight to Seklepi.
That's not a justification for deserting your own county for over 5 years.
I can't use the word desertion. It's not easy.
Yeah,
as compared to yours.
True. Yeah,
you can just wake up like you want me to talk how every day, every weekend you can be in Ganta.
Era true.
Every weekend you can be in Kanta.
Era true.
When
Era
you
true.
can see for a summit over the weekends. In Kanta.
That one era true.
But let's go to Congo. That's you want to throw right then you live in glass house. All right.
Congrats, good afternoon.
All right. So Cherio, who's watching from China?
Oh yeah,
a former member of the team,
I saw the
but now
man
in
learning
China,
some Chinese lessons in the
yeah,
future.
pursue his studies. We love to say, how are you, Cherio Sega? A very illustrious young man as well. Cherio is also very talented, speaking Chinese as well. But I leave Cherio for now. Let's go to Kongwe. Kongwe Bokokoli.
Yeah, I'm still available here.
How is Sugar Hill?
Not Sugar Hill, but Telecom.
Yeah, I know you from Telecom, but I know Sugar Hill
I don't,
too, right?
Right now, I don't know much about
you know about Sugar Hill?
Yes.
Hey man, what if they pull the traffic levy?
Far East Junction.
Okay.
Yeah, Far East.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I try to no banga bao. So what's the latest there in Bong County, Congo?
Well, today, some supporters of one of the representative candidates who participated in this going election in District 1, specifically one Wama Kute, his supporters set roadblock along the Bong County highway because the road passing through Palala, that road was blocked early this morning by some supporters of Wama Kute. They have placards in their hands with different, inscription like "We need justice." Wama Kute should be, brought back in power, and all of that. Like we reported about results coming from District Number 1, things were not clear. 2 persons were in that area claiming victory. One, Prince Kwenan and Wama Kute. The duo were claiming victory. So, yesterday, when they were announcing results from across Liberia, Electoral District 1 was included, and it was clear that they are done with that 100%. And Prince Kwena was announced as winner because when they announced the result, Prince Kwena was tapping those who contested in that district. And Wama Kuten is saying he won the election in District 1. So based on that, the supporters today were protesting, and we are told they filed a complaint with the local magistrate here in Banga, and that case will be looked into very soon. But today, the police made some quick intervention. They managed to actually remove the crowd from the road, and they also removed the roadblock as well.
District 3, Bong County, where the incumbent is Josiah Marvin Cole of the CDC. And as per the NEC's results released yesterday, the margin, the gap between he and Orlando, right? Orlando, if I got the pronunciation right.
Yes.
What's the level of celebration there in Banga?
Prior to the election, it was clear that Honorable Josiah Marvin Cole was going to win the election.
How?
Because
How was it clear?
When Honorable Cole launched last minute of time, the kind of crowd that came up for Honorable Cole, things became clear that he was going to be the winner of that district. And people have always criticized Mr. Orlando K. Zawulo, like he's not a talking tab. He doesn't spend, in our Liberian politics, if you don't spend the money, people
he had to release in tight.
Yeah. He doesn't release. You got it right. So more people started like going for Honorable Josiah Marvin Cole. So prior to the election, more people knew that Honorable Cole was going to win. So you don't see much celebration from people who supported Honorable Cole because they were all confident that Honorable Cole was going to be the next lawmaker for that. For District Number 3.
Cole is the incumbent, right?
Yeah, he's the incumbent.
CDC.
CDC. But let's talk about the senatorial race. Johnny Wait is also in a very commanding lead, and presumably might be declared the winner today if NEC releases 100% of the results from Bong County and then goes on to announce winners as well. What's the level like? I know his headquarters is now far from your office as well. So you hear almost everything they say or do. Have they started banging the speakers out there, or they remaining quiet and waiting on an official pronouncement?
On our way of recent, he was in county and informed his supporters to remain calm. He told them we will celebrate when the final pronouncement, is being made by officials of NEC. That was clear. So his supporters are calm, like those at the office. We are not hearing music like before. The area is not packed like before. But what we are hearing from the supporters, they're still waiting for NEC. When NEC pronounces, on Okpe as the winner, they will start celebration. But on Okpe also himself informed his supporters to remain calm as the await NEC to come up with the final results from Bong County.
Okay, and let's touch on the other districts. District number 6, where the incumbent is Honorable Moima Briggs Mensah. She's also in the lead in that district, which is a contrast as per when NEC had released results for the first 2 days, she was trailing. And again, it depends on which polling places and from which part of the district those results were tallied from. But what are you hearing from District 6 as well? Overconfidence that she will be re-elected, or they're a bit skeptical of their lead?
She has been celebrating following the election on Wednesday. She was celebrating on Thursday. She was still celebrating.
Oh, so just celebrating.
Including the supporters. She has been posting on the social media talking about. She won district number 6. Again, we are not hearing much from Mr. William Thompson, who contested on the ticket of the ruling coalition for democratic change, because he was the major contender to the incumbent, Madam Moima Briggs Mensah. So we are not hearing much from him. But people who supported Honorable Mensah, especially on the social media, they are celebrating her already. They are celebrating their victory, including Honorable Moima Briggs Mensah. Today, Mr. William Thompson, hosted a press conference, but I'm yet to actually follow that thoroughly. When I drop the line there, I will may follow up. Maybe tomorrow I'll give update what exactly what was said during that press conference from Mr. William Thompson, the major contender to the incumbent, Madam Moima Briggs Mensah.
Okay, yeah, Kizzy?
Yeah. So, Concoy, has there been any concern on any issue raised by any of the candidates, whether the ones that are trailing or whether the ones that are winning the elections? Have there been any issues raised by them?
Yes, there are issues raised by some of the candidates who contested. Like I said, from District 1, the final result, were released from District 1 yesterday. And since yesterday, so many of the candidates have expressed dissatisfaction. Some of them are calling on NEC for like recount, like the incumbent from District 1, Honorable Albert Hills. We are also getting reports that he came chair in that district. And Mr. Dennis Gassini from District 1, he's also calling for a recount. They are saying the process was not fair. Also in District number 4 currently, Mr. Kwano Kwane Kamu, an independent representative candidate from District 4, yesterday expressed dissatisfaction how the process is being conducted. And they are alleging that numbers on the record of count, numbers are changing on that paper. And what like the tally sheet they were given by people who were working with NEC as party agents, those numbers are changing on the original numbers that are being tallied at NEC, different tallying center. For the Senate, one Mr. Morgana Flomo Jr. is saying he would challenge the result as well. He said the process, was not conducted fairly in Bong, though we are not hearing, much about him like coming there or forth. But Mr. Morgana Flomo is saying he would definitely go to court because there were some violations and he filed complaint. To NEC, and NEC didn't look into his complaint for the first time, and for the second time, he filed another complaint. Elections
Okay,
that
Congo, we have to leave you right there and go to the headquarters of the National Elections Commission to bring the latest updates coming from the National Elections Commission. We'll continue this conversation just after all of these updates are given by the National Elections Commission. So let's just leave and try happening. All right.
you're welcome.
So they're still playing music at the headquarters of the NEC. We will keep our eyes peeled of people. Yes, so we will keep our eyes peeled. Once the NEC is agreeing, we are definitely going to go live there to bring you audio and video from what's unfolding at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. So we'll leave it right on the screen. Reduce the audio as well and keep our people informed. That's what we do here at the Spoon Network. We have our crew there as well, headed by Nelson Cole and his team. They currently at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. So wherever you are, if you're just joining us, this is Spoon 107.5 FM. My name is Diamond Slanger, the man who came from all the way Nimba with empty hands. Call your own, yeah? Call your own.
Well, I'm Yekezi Zogwed, and it's good to be here this afternoon, to bring you basic information that you need to know about our electoral process.
All right. So we'll take a short break, a musical break. We'll keep our eyes and our ears fixed on what's happening at the headquarters of the NEC. Once the NEC is live, we will go live as well. So keep your ears and your eyes fixed and peeled on what's happening. The NEC is the hottest. The headquarters of the National Elections Commission is the hottest spot in Liberia. When you're talking about where you want to get information from, aside Spoon FM, is the NEC's headquarters. People want to know what's happening. People are interested in knowing where and either way their votes are going to go in terms of these results. People want to know. Liberians home, Liberians abroad. Remember, I said it at the beginning of campaigning. I said social media is going to play a very pivotal role in these elections, and going forth, social media is going to be very, very important. You witness the level of propaganda,
of course,
the level of teasing, the level of bullying, the level of campaigning that was done both on social media and off social media. And social media is informing Liberians in the diaspora of what is happening, like Spoon TV Live.
Yes, of
people
course,
glued to their phones. People have us on YouTube, watching us all around the world, listening and wanting to know. Liberians outside are equally interested in what's happening in the country.
And Dama, quickly before we take the leave, I just want to mention this from the National Elections Commission. They are always giving us the media an alert for 4:30. But they briefing themselves doesn't start at 4:30, and I think there are other international bodies, international observers here. So if you say 4:30 briefing will start, and the briefing starting about 5 o'clock, 5:02, 5:01, 5:15, I think is a contradiction. This is not a Liberian thing. This is I would say international, because there are international observers here observing the elections, and once you give them a time, they are there and they expect the process to start at that time. But you're gonna be saying 4:30, and then when it's 4:30, we're still seeing people I'm all over the place, lottery, and the briefing hasn't started yet. So I think if they've got to adjust their timing, if that's 5 o'clock, I think they just have to say 5 o'clock, and when it's 5 o'clock, let it just start sharp at 5 o'clock. You don't want for other international observers to think that we are not respecters of time.
Okay. All right, Yakezi. Our producer here, Prince Hammond, has got his ears peeled on what's unfolding at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. Our team also there, headed by Nelson Cole, includes Sylvester Cholople, Sylvester Worry, Ernest Binda, as well as Trocon Flamma. So we have an entire team there at the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. We'll take a short musical break. Once we get back, and the NEC is ready to go live and to update the country, we are definitely going to take our feed from the headquarters of the National Elections Commission. We'd love to say thank you to each and every Liberian and every other person who's within the bailiwicks of the Republic of Liberia for maintaining the peace thus far, and we should continue to do so, irrespective of either way this goes. Liberia is all we have. So we'll take a short break. To be right back, we'll play our theme song given to us, donated to us by none other than Shannon Goe, DJ SNW, who doubles up as a music producer. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. Don't go away. Once the NEC is ready to give us the needed information, I'm telling you, you wouldn't miss a thing. We'll be live from there. Okay, folks. Let's see if we can bring on our team at the headquarters of the NEC. Nelson Cole is the lead of that team. Good afternoon, Nelson.
Good afternoon, Diamond, and
Nelson.
good afternoon to the folks right here. Diamond, are you there?
Yeah, Nelson, you're coming in a bit low. We're not really getting you. So if you want to increase the volume of your microphone, that would do us a whole lot of good. Good afternoon, Nelson.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Diamond, and good afternoon to the folks out there. Are you getting me? And am I much better now?
You better, but you have to take the microphone away, move the microphone away from your mouth a bit because it's over modulating, and we'll get you loud and clear.
Okay. So is it okay now?
No, you're not get by again. It was okay the way you were, but it was over
Okay.
modulating, like we could get the poop and everything.
Okay, but what about now? Is it okay?
It's better. It's good. It's good. It's good. Nelson, we're looking at videos from the conference room there of the National Elections Commission. But give us a feel of the atmosphere now. Remember, the NEC is 72% done of the total number of polling places across the country. What's the atmosphere in that particular room as of now?
Okay, so Diamond, as I speak to you, the hall is crowded. As you may know, today happens to be that day that will determine where we go next with the result. We're at 72%. And there is a projection that we might just enter 90% with respect to the results coming from the National Elections Commission. So, in terms of the atmosphere, I see lots of media houses are here present. Of course, the cameras are mounted from every side of the building, and net chairperson, Madam Director Brown Asana, is seated. Of the seven board of commissioners, when we got here, as of the time we entered, we had two persons, but as we speak, the last person to join them is Commissioner Black Duque. So he's now taking his seat as we speak. So seven board of commissioners are correct, and of course, we are getting a feel that this press conference will be starting any moment from now. And
Okay, you
also
mentioned the
talking about
fact
that,
that there's an increase. They're ready to start, right?
they are going to be
All right,
taken
folks.
off. I
Let's
see the next chairperson
all right.
is getting set.
All right, so folks, let's join the NEC. We have to leave Nelson. Nelson will leave you for now and get the audio for our people to listen.
The Republic of Liberia, the National Elections Commission, Madam Chairperson, Madam Co-Chairperson, and members of the Board of Commissioners, our international and local partners, the Liberian Council of Churches headed by its president, members of the Fourth Estate, I'd like to welcome you once again to this daily press briefing out of the 2023 general elections in Liberia. The chairperson of the National Elections Commission is Madam Devieto Brown Lansanan, who will address this press briefing. Madam Chairperson.
Good afternoon, Madam Co-Chair, fellow commissioners, distinguished stakeholders, fellow Liberians, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the headquarters of the National Elections Commission and to this daily press briefing. I mentioned in yesterday's briefing that the Commission informed all Liberians and stakeholders that the tally process has progressed very well over the past 2 days, and the process is already concluding in many of the counties across the country. The following are tallied results from the magisterial offices across Liberia to date. 170 polling places of a total of 171 polling places, constituting 99.42%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 25,258, constituting 52.69%. We are George Mane CDC, votes obtained 18,152, constituting 37.86%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,009, constituting 2.10%. Those were the results for Bong County. We'll move on to Bong County. 553 polling places of a total of 555 polling places, constituting 99.64%. We are George Mane CDC, 76,776, constituting 43.87%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 67,124, constituting 38.35%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 5,278, constituting 3.02%. Those were the votes for the presidency from Bong County. On to Grand Bassa County, 343 polling places of a total of 405 polling places, constituting 84.69%. We are George Manor CDC, 39,348, constituting 43.76%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 31,498, constituting 35.03%. Cummings Alexander B. CPP, votes obtained 4,565, constituting 5.08%. Those were the votes for the presidency for Grand Bassa County. Now for Grand Kipma County, 147 polling places of a total of 213 polling places, constituting 69.01%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 19,503, constituting 45.04%. We are George Manor CDC, votes obtained 17,866, constituting 41.26%. Appleton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,076, constituting 2.49%. Those were the presidential results for Grand Kipman County. Now for Grand Gedeh County, 161 polling places of a total of 163 polling places, constituting 98.77%. We are George Manor CDC, votes obtained 34,419, constituting 78.16%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 4,638, constituting 10.53%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,180, constituting 2.68%. Those were the results for the presidency in Grand Gedeh County. Now for Grand Crew County, 109 polling places of a total of 110 polling places, constituting 99.09%. We are George Manor CDC, votes obtained 24,222, constituting 79.55%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 2,556, constituting 8.39%. Appleton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,134, constituting 3.72%. Those were the presidential results from Grand Crew County. And now for Margibi County, 246 polling places of a total of 441 polling places, constituting 55.78%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 36,856, constituting 49.10%. We are George Manor CDC, votes obtained 30,062, constituting 40.05%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,739, constituting 2.32%. Those were the presidential votes from Margibi County. Now in Maryland County, 167 polling places of a total of 175 polling places, constituting 95.43%. We are George Manor CDC, 34,990, I'll read that again, 34,990 votes obtained, constituting 73.03%. Appleton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,722, constituting 3.59%. Those were the presidential votes from Maryland County. Now on to Montserrado County. Did I make a mistake? Where? Okay, so let me do that again. Thank you very much. The results for Maryland County in the presidential: 167 polling places of a total of 175 polling places, constituting 95.43%. We are George Mane, CDC, 34,990 votes obtained, constituting 73.03%. Boyka Joseph N., UP, votes obtained 5,420, constituting 11.31%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,722, constituting 3.59%. Those were the presidential votes for Maryland. And now for Montserrado County: 1,959 polling places of a total of 2,008 polling places, constituting 97.56%. Boyka Joseph N., UP, 313,372, constituting 46.36%. We are George Mane, CDC, votes obtained 312,496, constituting 46.23%. Kamara Senior Lucini F. Alcott, votes obtained 16,770, constituting 2.48%. Those were the presidential votes for Montserrado County. Now for Nimba County: 733 polling places of a total of 736 polling places, constituting 99.59%. Boyka Joseph N., UP, 137,433 votes obtained, constituting 59.53%. We are George Mane, CDC, votes obtained 50,269, constituting 21.77%. Gonglo Tiawanse, LPP, votes obtained 16,856, constituting 7.30. Those were the presidential votes for Nimba County. Now to Cess County: 105 polling places of a total of 105 polling places, constituting 100%. 1,398, constituting 58.50%. Boyka Joseph N., UP, votes obtained 6,503, constituting 24.71%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 963, constituting 3.66%. Those were the presidential results from Cess County. Now on to Sinoe County: 120 polling places of a total of 152 polling places, constituting 78.95%. We are George Mane, CDC, 23,252, constituting 77.76%. Boyka Joseph N., UP, votes obtained 3,421, constituting 11.44%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 954, constituting 3.19%. Those were the presidential votes from Sinoe County. Now on to G County: 96 polling places of a total of 98 polling places, constituting 97.96%. We are George Mane, CDC, votes obtained 19,130, constituting 70.27%. Boyka Joseph N, UP, votes obtained 4,417, constituting 16.22%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,038, constituting 3.81%. Those were the presidential votes from River G County. Bopolu County is 134 polling places of a total of 134 polling places, constituting 100%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, 16,703, constituting 44.53%. We are George Mane of CDC, votes obtained 15,247, constituting 40.65%. Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,210, constituting 3.23%. Those were the presidential votes from Bopolu County. I'll now read you the National Presidential Progressive Tally Report, consolidated. (5,467) polling places of a total of 5,890 polling places, constituting 92.82%. Candidates: Alberton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 37,065, constituting 2.16%. Boyka Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 748,463, constituting 43.70%. Brown Junior Allen R. LRP, votes obtained 14,415, constituting 0.84%. Cummings Alexander B. CPP, votes obtained 27,209, constituting 1.59%. Fremont Simeon CM MPC, votes obtained 12,184, constituting 0.71%. Gonglo Tiawan Say LPP, votes obtained 25,518, constituting 1.49%. Kamara Senior Lucini F. Alcop, votes obtained 34,317, constituting 2.00%. Kiamu David G.B. DPPL, votes obtained 4,653, constituting 0.27%. Collie Alexander N. RNC, votes obtained 3,945, constituting 0.23%. Kuyate Sheikh A. LFM, votes obtained 4,665, constituting 0.27%. Kroma Bendu Alema Independent, votes obtained 5,398, constituting 0.32%. Miller Richard Say LFP, votes obtained 2,665, constituting 0.16%. Moneyback Clarence K. Lino, votes obtained 4,769, constituting 0.28%. Morris Robert France Independent, votes obtained 3,036, constituting 0.18%. Yanati Sarah Beslow All, votes obtained 3,295, constituting 0.19%. Tweeder William Weir DNA, votes obtained 10,140, constituting 0.59%. Turner Joshua Tom NLP, Votes obtained, 9,041, constituting 0.53%. We are George Mannen CDC. Votes obtained, 747,578, constituting 43.65%. Wapo Jeremiah Z. Votes obtained 8,411, constituting 0.49%. And Yofi Luther N. of Rebuilders, votes obtained 5,972, constituting 0.35%. Total valid votes, 1,712,821, constituting 100%. Total invalid votes, 105,719. Total votes, 1,818,540. That ends the reading for National Presidential Progressive Tally Report Consolidated for today. I'll now hand over to my colleague to read the Senate results and the representative results from these elections.
Progressive Tally Report. Progressive Tally Reports Consolidated. Senate County Bomi. 171 polling places. Of the total of 171 polling places, 100%. Tyler, Senior, Jenica, Alex, Independent, 16,509, constituting 34.46. Dolly, Soko, Adama, Independent, 14,940, constituting 31.192. Setuma Morris G, Independent, valid vote obtained 7,490, constituting 16.05%. End of Senate for Bomi. Bomi Electoral District 1, 50 polling places of the total 50 polling places, 100%. Fani Jakapa Obidaya, UP, 7,616, constituting 51.19. Lasana Finaji, Independent, 6,181, constituting 41.55%. Boycott second, Ama Vana, Independent, 851, constituting 5.72%. District number 2, Bong County, 56 polling places of the total of 56 polling places, constituting 100%. Johnson Jr. Manam P. UP, 3,507, constituting 23.74%. Norman Zobo Boema Lenu, 2,365, constituting 16.01%. Taylor, Tom Alfonso Z, UID, 1,786, constituting 12.09%. District number 3, Bong County, 65 polling places of the total of 65 polling places, 100%. Jala Sam P, 4,919, constituting 27.04%. Sanya Haja Fata, CDC, 4,087, constituting 22.47%. Dukle Usman A, Independent, 3,642, constituting 20.02%. End of Bomi. Progressive tally report county, Grand Cape County. For the Senate, 147 polling places of the total of 213 polling places, 69.01%. Fampla, Double M, UP, 8,718, constituting 20.16%. Sony, Mambu, M, CDC, 7,725, constituting 17.86%. Kesulu, Hanson, S, UID, 6,178, constituting 14.29%. This ends the Senate. Grand Cape County Electoral District 1. 41 polling places of the total of 69 polling places, constituting 59.42%. Sheriff Mobile EN LTP, vote obtained 2,985, constituting 26.33%. Masale Bendu CDC, 2,483, constituting 21.52%. Fanny Afre Bele Ako, 1,674, constituting 14.77%. District number 2, Grand Cape County. 66 polling places of the total of 66 polling places of the total of 68 polling places, constituting 97.06%. Torso Mohammed, Independent, 3,728, constituting 18.11%. Fufana Kula Bono N UP, 1,684, constituting 8.18%. For me, K Rich CPP, 1,569, constituting 1.623. District number 3, Grand Cape County. 40 polling places of the total of 76 polling places, constituting 52.63%. Falka Besse Sanon, Fort VOLT, 2,640, constituting 23.04%. Samula Momo E Alco, 2,434, constituting 21.24%. Passaway Charles B MOL, vote obtained 1,232, constituting 10.75%. End of District 3, Grand Cape County.
Thank you, Co-Chair. We now invite Commissioner Basi Liokbangmai to read Senate and Representative results.
161 polling places of the total of 163 polling places, 98.77%. Progressive tally report, Grand Gedeh County. Nimlen Thomas Yaya LRP, vote obtained 17910, 41.02%. Dennis A. Marshall CDC, vote obtained 11847, 27.13%. Grand Ellis Chelsea UP, vote obtained 7939, 18.18%. I end Grand Gedeh County for the Senate. We go to Electoral District 1, 46 polling places. Of the total of 46 polling places, 100%. William Senior Aaron M, CDC, vote obtained 8651, 61.39%. Bole Wachen O, LTP, vote obtained 2295, 16.29%. Dukle Ansu, CPP, vote obtained 1748, 12.40%. We go to Electoral District 2, Gedeh County, 53 polling places of the total of 54 polling places, 98.15%. Johnson Mary GLRP, vote obtained 4218, 32.16%. Dwell Willie M CDC, vote obtained 3589, 27.36%. Wallow Pin ALP, vote obtained 2161, 16.47%. We move on to Electoral District 3, Gedeh County, 63 polling places of the total of 63 polling places, 100%. Debbie the second Jacob C. Lanu, vote obtained 2341, 13.96%. Zre Damentry Harris CPP, vote obtained 2028, 12.09%. Dan Oferi EFFL, vote obtained 1791, 10.63%. That ends Gedeh County. Move on to Grand Crew County. 108 polling places of the total of 110 polling places, 98.18%. Progressive tally report, Senate, Grand Crew County. Chie Abo Tubek, CDC, vote obtained 25261, 82.26%. Do Vincento, CPP, vote obtained 5448, 17.74%. We move on to Electoral District number 1, Grand Crew County. 52 polling places of the total of 53 polling places, 98.11%. Bawe Senior Nathaniel N, CPP, vote obtained 3038, 20.25%. Bo Alfred Sako, Independent, vote obtained 2655, 17.70%. Wilson Fargos LTP, vote obtained 2309, 15.39%. We move to Electoral District 2, Grand Crew County, 57 polling places of the total of 57 polling places, 100%. Kofa Geneton Fonanti, CDC, vote obtained 9307, 58.89%. KJ Edwin T. MOL, vote obtained 3382, 21.40%. Tuan Nawanson Monica, Independent, vote obtained 895, 5.66%. That ends Grand Crew County. We move on to Maryland County. Progressive tally report, Senate, Maryland County, 166 polling places of the total of 175 polling places, 94.86%. Brown J. Bravo, CDC, vote obtained 12462, 25.80%. Tompo Waller E. Lanu, 11250, 23.29%. Namwe J Tier Independent, vote obtained 8745, 18.10%. We move to the electoral district 1, Maryland County. 51 polling places of the total of 52 polling places, 98.08%. UAP Mark CDC, vote obtained 5519, 35.26%. Wallace William W, Independent, vote obtained 5128, 32.76%. Howard Ellen Blessing, PUP, vote obtained 2105, 13.45%. We move to electoral district 2, Maryland County, 55 polling places of the total of 57 polling places, 96.49%. Williams Anthony F, CPP, vote obtained 8017, 45.33%. Chimos Buffer CDC, vote obtained 7919, 44.77%. Setu Gripman DPPL, vote obtained 515, 2.91%. Electoral District number 3, Maryland County, 62 polling places of the total of 66 polling places, 93.94%. Taylor Austin Lally, Independent, vote obtained 4130, 26.93%. Roland Ase Balu CDC, vote obtained 3961, 25.82%. Smith Malcolm Puchu, PUP, vote obtained 1777, 11.59%. That ends the progressive report from my oversight county.
Commissioner I now invite Commissioner Awa to read Senate and representative results.
Good evening. I'm reading to you today the results reference the Senate and representative tallies from Nimba and Bong County, respectively. Progressive tally reports consolidated. Senate, Monday, October 16, 2023. Reference Nimba County, 731 polling places, or a total of 736 polling places, constituting 99.32%. Yomi Prince Johnson, MDR, votes obtained 127,374, constituting the valid votes of 54.85%. Tarian Junior Nya, D, Independent, votes obtained 56,295, constituting the valid votes of 24.24%. G, Roland Duo, CDC, votes obtained 19,933, constituting the valid votes of 8.58%. We proceed with the House of Representatives. We begin with electoral district number 1, Nimba County. 81 polling places of the total of 81 polling places, constituting 100%. Brown, Senior, Samuel, and Independent. Votes obtained 16,767, constituting the valid votes of 63.76%. Mawie Francis Nya, CPP. Votes obtained 6,064, constituting the valid vote of 23.06%. Bryant Nelson, ST, UID. Votes obtained 1,114, constituting the valid, votes obtained for Brian Nelson, ST, UID. Votes obtained 2,353, constituting the valid votes of 8.9%. We make progress to electoral district 2, Nimba County. 93 polling places of the total of 94 polling places, constituting 98.94%. Flomo Nya, Gassi, CPP. Votes obtained 7,107, constituting the valid vote of 20 MD 106, constituting the valid votes of 18.94%. Zeben Benjamin S. Lino. Votes obtained 5,033, constituting the valid votes of 17.31%. That concludes electoral district 2 of Nimba County. We proceed with electoral district 3. 92 polling places of the total of 92 polling places are votes obtained 8,690, constituting the valid votes of 29.73%. Kunwampa Anthony J. PUP. Votes obtained 6,611, constituting the valid votes of 22.61%. Sumara Joseph N. CDC. Votes obtained 4,802, constituting the valid votes of 16.43%. We proceed with electoral district 4 of Nimba County. Kagongomp, 82 polling places of the total of 84 polling places, constituting 97. Constituting a valid vote of 28.93%. Mencia Senior Ernest M. MDR. Votes obtained 7,325, constituting a valid vote of 27.94%. Kwanu Orlando M. NDC. Votes obtained 2,036, constituting the valid votes of 7.77%. That concludes electoral district 4, Nimba County. We proceed with the electoral district 5. 69 polling places of the total 69 polling places, constituting 100%. Koga Samuel G, PUP. Votes obtained 6,111, constituting the valid votes of 27.98%. Kagu Kwato, SMOL. Votes obtained 5,081, constituting the valid votes of 23.26%. Menkwak Augustus K, ALL, all. Again with Nimba County Electoral District 6. 75 polling places of the total of 75 polling places, constituting 100%. GDR Dorwion Tian, MDR, votes obtained 7,392, constituting the valid votes of 32.85%. Sawie Bassa, CRA, CDC, votes obtained 4,932, constituting the valid votes of 21.92%. Pay Jackson J, PUP, votes obtained 3,109, 82%. That concludes Electoral District 6, Nimba County. We proceed with Electoral District 7, Nimba County. 85 polling places of the total of 85 polling places, constituting 100%. Musa Hassan Bility, CPP, votes obtained 10,003, constituting the valid votes of 35.86%. Doma Rogers, SWY, UP, votes obtained 6,198, constituting the valid votes of 22. .22%. Dolo Senior Nazo D Vault, votes obtained 5.001 polling places, constituting 100%. Manes Say S MDR, votes obtained 7,506, constituting the valid votes of 27.50%. Yankwe Larrett P, CPP, votes obtained 5,013, constituting the valid votes of 18.36%. Toya V. Dockler, UP, votes obtained 4,687, constituting the valid votes of 17.17%. That concludes Electoral District 8, Nimba County. We proceed with Electoral District 9, Nimba County. 74 polling places of the total of 75 polling places, constituting 98.67%. Wongwe Ta Ze, Independent, votes obtained 6,509, constituting the valid votes of 29.92%. Guacolo Johnson N, CDC, votes obtained 4,190, constituting the valid votes of 19.26%. Dikpa Gombien O, MDR, votes obtained 3,051. Valid votes obtained 14.03%. That concludes Electoral District 9 and concludes the reading for the House of Representatives with 553 polling places of the total of 55 polling places, constituting 99.64%. Pehe Johnny K, independent, votes abstain, 77,730, constituting the valid votes of 44.08%. Kafai Edward W, PUP, votes obtained 55,865, constituting the valid votes of 31.68%. Nasa Muhammad A, ALP, votes obtained 10,338, constituting the valid votes of 5.86%. That concludes for the Senate, Bong County. We proceed with the Electoral District 1 of the House of Representatives total tallies. 86 polling places of the total of 86 polling places, constituting 100%. Kona Prince K, independent, votes obtained 6,846, constituting the valid votes of 24.09%. Kuta Wama Jones, independent, votes obtained 6,774, constituting the valid votes of 23.84%. Hills Jr. Albert B, CPP, votes obtained 5,370, constituting the valid votes of 18.90%. That concludes Electoral District 1, Bong County. We proceed with Electoral District 2, Bong County. Caller James M, PUP, votes obtained 607, 10,607, constituting the valid votes of 45.37%. Whoa, Edward E, UP, votes obtained 5,850, constituting the valid votes of 25.02%. Salvage Melvin K, CPP, votes obtained 3,421, constituting the valid votes of 14.63%. That concludes Electoral District 2, Bong County. We move on to Electoral District 3, Bong County. 92 polling places of the total of 93 polling places, constituting 98.92%. Cole Joshua Marvin, CDC, votes obtained 19,297, constituting the valid votes of 61.83%. Zawolo Orlando K, UP, votes obtained 8,103, constituting the valid vote of 25.96%. Wheeler P. Woolley, T, RNC, votes obtained 727, constituting the valid votes of 2.33%. That concludes Bong County District number 3. We proceed with Bong County District number 4. Womba Rabba Flomo, UP, votes obtained 4,923, constituting the valid votes of 20.79%. Tokba Jonah Nuli, CPP, votes obtained 4,653, constituting the valid vote of 19.65%. Kamu Quini, independent, votes obtained 4,076, constituting the valid votes of 17.21%. That concludes Electoral District 4, Bong County. We move on to Electoral District 5, Bong County. 77 polling places of the total of 77 polling places, constituting 100%. Collie Eugene JM, CDC, votes obtained 4,559, constituting the valid vote of 19.52%. Siako Sila K, LPP, votes obtained 3,328, constituting the valid votes of 14.25%. Senior James D. Nakula, independent, votes obtained 2,387, constituting a valid votes of 10.22%. That constitutes Electoral District 5, Bong County. We'll move on to Electoral District 6, Bong County. 73 polling places of the total of 73 polling places, constituting 100%. Mensa Mwama Briggs, independent, votes obtained 9,977, constituting the valid votes of 43.02%. Thompson William T, CDC, votes obtained 6,384, constituting the valid votes of 27.53%. Collie William O. Gbagbo, ALP, votes obtained 3,190, constituting the valid votes of 13.75%. That concludes Electoral District 6, Bong County. We move on to Electoral District 7, Bong County. 80 polling places of the total of 80 polling places, constituting 100%. Formula 40E, independent, votes obtained 6,882, constituting the valid votes of 29.47%. Nyangwe Geflo Sumo, MOL, votes obtained 4,615, constituting the valid votes of 19.76%. Tiama Andrews G, all, votes obtained 2,772, constituting the valid votes of 11.87%. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the reading for today, Monday, October 18, representing the counties of Bong and Nimba, respectively. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. May I now invite Commissioner Boyka Dukley to read the Senate and Representative results.
Progressive Tally Report, Consolidated, Liberian Senate, River Cess County, 105 polling places out of a total of 105 polling places, constituting 100%. Tuewe Bill Tier, CDC, votes obtained 12,780, amounting to 47.89%. Gabriel, I beg your pardon, Smith Gabriel B, CPP, votes obtained 8,486, constituting 31.73%. To Emmanuel Sia, NLP, votes obtained 2,657, amounting to 9.96%. That's the Senate. We move on to River Cess Electoral District 1. 54 polling places out of a total of 54 polling places, constituting 100%. Alex J. Grant, votes obtained 2,686, constituting 20.31%. Nyakon Amos Jala, votes obtained 1,878, constituting 14.20%. James Onesimus, CPP, votes obtained 1,731, constituting 13.09%. We move on to Electoral District 2, River Cess, 51 polling places out of a total of 51 polling places, constituting 100%. Tikwa Steve, votes obtained 2,734, constituting 20.67%. Samadal Roof, CDC, votes obtained 2,545, constituting 19.24%. Zawiya Baron Wegbia, UP, votes obtained 2,346, constituting 17.73%. That is the reading for River Cess. We now move on to the Progressive Tally Report consolidated the Liberian Senate for the county of Sinoe. 120 polling places out of a total of 152, constituting 78.95%. Duncan Creighton O, CDC, votes obtained 15,739, constituting 51.31%. Tiaje J. Milton, Independent, votes obtained 9,128, constituting 29.76%. Zaza Matthew G. Independent, votes obtained 5,808, constituting 18.93%. That's the Senate for Sinoe County. We now move on to Electoral District 1, Sinoe County. Kuya Thomas, 52 polling places out of a total of 52 polling places, 100%. I repeat, 52 polling places out of a total of 52 polling places, constituting 100%. Kuya Thomas Romeo, NDC, votes obtained 3,968, constituting 27.73%. Grisbeth II, T. Maxwell, IND, votes obtained 3,353, constituting 23.01%. Kia Barbara M., CDC, votes obtained 2,066, constituting 14.18%. We move on to District number 2, Sinoe County. 22 polling places out of a total of 49, constituting 44.90%. Where Samson Kweju, CDC, votes obtained 2,053, constituting 40.30%. Nambe, Otello Do. Votes obtained 1,049, constituting 20.59%. Scotland, Brahma Grace. Votes obtained 722, constituting 14.17%. Now we move on to Electoral District 3, Sinoe County. "46 polling places out of a total of 51 polling places, constituting 90.20%. Noah Alex S., CDC. Votes obtained 2,731, constituting 25.91%. Tuo Jr., Joseph G., CPP. Votes obtained 2,441, constituting 23.16%. Tale Sylvia A., Independent. Votes obtained 1,759, constituting 16.69%. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Dukley. I now invite Commissioner Floyd Sayer to present Senate and representative results.
Senate results. Bopolu County. Yesterday, we did not read one of the electoral districts for Bopolu County, so we read the entire thing today. Bopolu County Senate results. 134 polling places out of 134 polling places, constituting 100%. Conan Amara Mohammed, Independent, 11,651, constituting 31.13%. Kwewu Alfred G., CDC, votes obtained 9,303, constituting 24.85%. Candidate Paul K. Landu, votes obtained 5,095, constituting 13.61%. Electoral District 1, Bopolu County. 40 polling places out of 40 polling places reporting, constituting 100%. Ziana A. Normal, CDC, votes obtained 3,152, constituting 25.67%. Onimba S. Normally, MDR, votes obtained 2,282, constituting 18.59%. Tatos F. Kamara, DNA, votes obtained 2,022, constituting 16.47%. Electoral District 2, Bopolu County. 51 polling places out of 51 polling places reporting, constituting 100%. Luther S. Collins, Independent, votes obtained 5,163, constituting 35.98%. Colonel A. Wasso, CDC, votes obtained 2,786, constituting 19.41%. Alfred Jaswa Manning, LRP, voting 2,149, constituting 14.98%. Electoral District 3, Bopolu County. 43 polling places out of 43 polling places reporting, constituting 100%. Mustafa Warati, UP, voting 4,335, constituting 39.97%. Joseph M. Matthews, Jr., Independent, voting 3,743, constituting 34.51%. Tom Tawi, CDC, voting 1,020, constituting 9.40%. That was Bopolu County. We read Lofa County entirely yesterday, so it's 100%. We're not going to read it today. We go to Montserrado County Senate results. 1,959 polling places out of 2,008 polling places, constituting 97.56%. Sir Hale Joseph, CDC, voting 366,885, constituting 56.56%. Women, JMP, UP, voting 148,056, constituting 22.82%. Victoria Talo Kwekwe, CPP, voting 48,776, constituting 7.52%. Montserrado Electoral District 1. 122 polling places out of 134 polling places reporting, constituting 91.04%. Yatta, Barry, CPP, voting 4,773, constituting 13.03%. Ruth L. James, CDC, voting 3,271, constituting 8.93%. Morris S. Bye-bye, Senior, PUP, voting 2,782, constituting 7.59%. Electoral District 2, Montserrado County. 117 polling places out of 128 polling places reporting, constituting 91.41%. Seku Sarafide Kane, UP, voting 9,181, constituting 22.54%. Nimele J. Doyen, Independent, voting 8,762, constituting 21.51%. Musa Sharif A. NDP, voting 7,183, constituting 17.63%. Electoral District 3, Montserrado County. 100 polling places out of 106 polling places, constituting 94.34%. Sumo Koli Moba, ALP, voting 8,376, constituting 23.64%. Patrick Komoya, Independent, voting 6,659, constituting 18.79%. CB CD Bashel, UP, voting 5,660, constituting 15.97%. Electoral District 4, Montserrado County. 161 polling places out of 163 polling places reporting, constituting 98.77%. Markel M. Thomas, independent, votes obtained 14,408, constituting 26.33%. Swakoko Aaron Dennis, independent, votes obtained 9,746, constituting 17.81%. Momo Kamara B, CDC, votes obtained 7,177, constituting 13.11%. Electoral District 5, Montserrado County. 97 polling places out of 98 polling places reporting, constituting 98.98%. Priscilla A. Cooper, UP, votes obtained 8,298, constituting 24.90%. Eric Vey, CDC, votes obtained 5,222, constituting 15.67%. Kwesi S. Johnson Sr., independent, votes obtained 4,807, constituting 14.43%. Electoral District 6, Montserrado County. 122 polling places out of 128 polling places reporting, constituting 95.31%. Samuel R. Enders, independent, votes obtained 17,515, constituting 39%. Harris G. J. Johnson, UP, votes obtained 4,554, constituting 10.14%. Woki K. Dolo, independent, votes obtained 4,507, constituting 10.04%. Electoral District 7, Montserrado County. 99 polling places out of 100 polling places reporting, constituting 99.00%. Emmanuel Dan, independent, votes obtained 13,771, constituting 42.40%. Solomon C. George, CDC, votes obtained 8,681, constituting 26.73%. Seba Joma, independent, votes obtained 2,503, constituting 7.71%. Electoral District 8, Montserrado County. 81 polling places out of 83 polling places reporting, constituting 97.59%. Akaras Mose Gray, CDC, votes obtained 8,954. I repeat, 8,954, constituting 32.60%. Prince Tall, UP, votes obtained 8,934, constituting 32.53%. Josh A. Miller, independent, votes obtained 1,795, constituting 6.54%. Electoral District 9, Montserrado County. 101 polling places out of 102 polling places reporting, constituting 99.02%. Frank Sa Foko Jr., CDC, votes obtained 12,421, constituting 36.28%. Fubi F.A. Harris, CPP, votes obtained 11,585, constituting 33.84%. Miller B. Kantakai, UP, votes obtained 4,438, constituting 12.96%. Electoral District 10, Montserrado County. 127 polling places out of 129 polling places reporting, constituting 98.45%. Yeke, Ba, Koruba, independent, votes obtained 23,038, constituting 51.78%. Josephine, W.A. Davis, CDC, votes obtained 13,490, constituting 30.32%. Yeke Sequin, independent, votes obtained 2,303, constituting 5.18%. Electoral District 11, Montserrado County. 129 polling places out of 129 polling places reporting, 100%. Richard Nangwe Ku, UP, votes obtained 12,589, constituting 28.76%. Jean Aku Kaworo Jr., CDC, votes obtained 10,849, constituting 24.79%. Darwin E. Gaya, independent, votes obtained 8,079, constituting 18.46%. Electoral District 12, Montserrado County. 117 polling places out of 119 polling places reporting, constituting 98.32%. Jerry K. Yogbo, independent, votes obtained 6,220, constituting 15.73%. Prince D. Kwaple, CDC, votes obtained 5,131, constituting 12.97%. Sir Maxwell Foko, independent, votes obtained 3,465, constituting 8.76%. Electoral District 13, Montserrado County. 109 polling places out of 111 polling places reporting, constituting 98.20%. Edward P. Flomo Jr., CDC, 14,312, constituting 39.59%. Cornelia Crab Togba, independent, UP. I repeat that. Cornelia Crab Togba, UP. Votes obtained 9,057, constituting 25.05%. Sinoe M. Keita Ako, votes obtained 2,438, constituting 6.74%. Electoral District 14, Montserrado County. 95 polling places out of 95 polling places reporting, 100%. Muka Kekula Kamara, CDC, 12,000 votes obtained, 12,403, constituting 42.09%. Vamuyan Konen III, A, independent, votes obtained 7,849, constituting 26.63%. Emmanuel K. Barnes R, independent. Emmanuel K. Barnes R, UP, votes obtained 2,290, constituting 7.77%. Electoral District 15, Montserrado County. 95 polling places out of 96 polling places reporting, constituting 98.96%. Abu Bana Kamara, CDC, votes obtained 17,600, 692, constituting 56.18%. Amos Ben Tue, UP, votes obtained 7,441, constituting 23.63%. Nathaniel P. Stevens, PUP, votes obtained 1,778, constituting 5.65%. Electoral District 16, Montserrado County. 116 polling places out of 116 polling places reporting 100%. Dixon, W, Sibo, CDC, votes obtained 14,706, constituting 39.87%. Tier, B, Rabo, LPP, votes obtained 6,812, constituting 18.47%. Menisa, Koto, P, UP, votes obtained 6,284, constituting 17.04%. Electoral District 17, Montserrado County. 170 polling places out of 171 polling places reporting, constituting 99.42%. Benai, Blue, Benson, CDC, votes obtained 12,656, constituting 23.51%. Abraham, C, Sisse, CPP, votes obtained 5,640, constituting 10.48%. Jennifer L. Passaway, UP, votes obtained 5,064, constituting 9.41%. That's the report, Chair.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. We now ask and invite Commissioner Gay to read the Senate and representative results. That will be the final one.
Progressive tally report consolidated Senate Grand Bassa County. 343 polling places of the total of 405 polling places. Percent 84.69%. Finlay Bezanga M, independent. Votes obtained 47840. Percent 52.72. Bagbe Janje, CDC, votes obtained 21,774. Percent 23.99%. Harris Magdalene G, independent, votes obtained 9,848. Percent 10.85. We move to Electoral District 1, Grand Bassa County. 80 polling places of total 80 polling places, 100%. Banning Azek G, MPC, votes obtained 4,240. Percent 22.12. Martha Henrietta F, NDP, votes obtained 3,940. Percent 20.55. Lloyd Tia Trafini G, CPP, votes obtained 2,510. Percent 13.09. We'll go to Electoral District 2, Grand Bassa County. 72 polling places of total 84 polling places. Percent 85.71%. Banks J. Clarence T, independent, votes obtained 4958%, 29.87. Cowell Mary M. CDC, votes obtained 4380%, 26.39. Dansall Thompson B. Leno, votes obtained 1241%, 7.848. I read that again, 7.48. Yesterday, electoral district 3 had a winner, so we'll go to electoral district 4. Electoral district 4, Grand Bassa County, 53 polling places of total 77 polling places, percent 68.83%. Flomo Afra H, UP, votes obtained 7034%, 48.11. Wele, the second, Vincent S.T., independent, votes obtained 6285%, 42.98. Peters Convengal S, NDC, votes obtained 577%, 3.95. We move to electoral district 5, Grand Bassa County, 51 polling places of total 78 polling places, percent 65.38. Joshua, the second, Thomas A, CPP, votes obtained 3041%, 24.59. Dennis C. Joa S, UP, votes obtained 2535%, 20.50. Benny B. Ben D. S, CDC, votes obtained 1849%, 14.95. That concludes Grand Bassa County. We'll move to Mount Gibby County. Progressive tally report, Senate consolidated. 246 polling places of total 441 polling places, percent 55.78. McGill Nathaniel F, CDC, votes obtained 26932%, 36.40. Zeze Bala G, UP, votes obtained 14749%, 19.94. Yakpaulo J. Yapuya, PUP, votes obtained 14508%, 19.61. We'll move to electoral district 1, Mount Gibby County. 70 polling places of total 140 polling places, percentage 50.00. Boli Sahara, independent, votes obtained 3085%, 14.88. Cooper Roland OP, independent, votes obtained 3063%, 14.78. Donald Maria Eva, CDC, votes obtained 2464%, 11.89. We'll go to Electoral District 2, Bong County. 56 polling places of the total 82 polling places. Percentage 68.29. Jones Ava Kokolu, CDC. Votes obtained 7663. Percentage 45.68. Oribel Christopher S. PUP. Votes obtained 4425. Percent 26.38. Spear H. Markets. CPP. Votes obtained 2242. Percent 13.37. We'll go to Electoral District 84. Antol Re Allen A. Independent. Votes obtained 5001. Percent 50.99. Smith Junior John Solonte UP. Votes obtained 1668. Percent 17.01. Bacola Dorothy Q. Independent. Votes obtained 1602. Percent 16.34. Go to Electoral District 4, Mangibi County. For the 7 polling places of the total 71 polling places, percent 66.20. Sankiatu J. Jimmy, UP. Votes obtained 2743. Percentage 19.94. Cooper Francis F. PUP. Votes obtained 2674. Percentage 19.44. Ya Emmanuel, CDC. Votes obtained Yao Emmanuel, CDC. Votes obtained 2654. Percentage 19.29. Electoral District 5, Mangibi County. 41 polling places of the total 75 polling places. Percentage 54.67. Gaia Clarence G. CDC. Votes obtained 2557. Percentage 20.67. Cooper Jonathan Sa. ALP. Percentage is 17.24. Votes 2133. I read that again because I called a percentage before the votes. 2133. That was the votes obtained. And percentage 17.24. Bassa Alice T. Independent. Votes obtained 2003. Percentage 16.19. Madam Chair, that ends the reading for Mangibi and Grand Bassa counties.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. I present winners of the Senate and Representative results from the 10th October 2023 legislative elections. Bong County. Senate. Winning candidate. Tyler Senior Genekai Alex, Independent. Votes obtained 16. Valid votes 47,907. House of Representatives, District 1, Vani Yakpakpa Obidaya UP. Votes obtained 7,616, constituting 51.19%. Valid votes 14,877. Still in bombing. House of Rep 23.74%. Valid votes 14,774. Still in bombing. House of Representatives, Electoral District 3. Winning candidate Jala Sam P. Independent. Votes obtained 4,919, constituting 27.04%, and valid votes 18,190. In Bong County, House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, the winning candidate is Corner Prince K. Independent. Votes obtained 6,846, constituting 24.09%. Valid votes 28,418. House of Representatives, Electoral District 2 in Bong County, Colette James M. PUP. Votes obtained 10,607, constituting 45.37%. Valid votes 23,378. Still in Bong, House of Representatives, Electoral District 5, Collie Eugene J. M. CDC. Votes obtained 4,559, constituting 19.52%. Valid votes 23,660. Still in Bong, House of Representatives 11, constituting 43.02%. Valid votes 23,192. In Bumi, House of Representatives, Electoral District 7, winning candidate Fambule Fode E. Independent. Votes obtained 6,882, constituting 29.47%. Valid votes 23,356. In Bong. Okay. So we just concluded Bong. Now in Bopolu, the Senate winning candidate Kone Amara Mohammed Independent. Votes obtained 11,651, constituting 31.13%. Valid votes 37,432. In Bopolu, House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, Norman Zina A. CDC. Votes obtained 3,152, constituting 25.67%. Valid votes 12,278. Still in Bopolu, House of Representatives, Electoral District 2, Collins Luther S. Independent. Votes obtained 5,163, constituting 35.98%. Valid votes 14,350. In Bopolu, House of Representatives, Electoral District 3, winning candidate Warite Mustafa UP. Votes obtained 4,335, constituting 39.97%. Valid votes 10,846. And now in Grand Bassa, House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, winning candidate Bani Isaac G. MPC. Votes obtained 4,240, constituting 22.12%. Valid votes 19,169. In Grand Bassa, House of Representatives, Electoral District 3, winning candidate Joe Matthew, CDC. Votes obtained 13,447, constituting 50.06%. Valid votes 26,860. Now in Grand Gedeh, House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, winning candidate, Gee and Sinoe Errol M. CDC, votes obtained 8,651, constituting 61.39%. Valid votes 14,092. Still in Grand Gedeh, House of Representatives, Electoral District 3, winning candidate, DB II, Jacob C. Lino, votes obtained 2,341, constituting 13.96%. Valid votes 16,772. We now go to Grand Crew County, House of Representatives, Electoral District 2, Kofa Jonathan Fonanti, CDC, votes obtained 9,307, constituting 58.89%. Valid votes 15,803. Lofa County, the Senate, winning candidate, Saros Momo T, Independent, votes obtained 37,621, constituting 28.49%. Valid votes 132,053. Still in Lofa, House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, winning candidate, Fala Thomas P. CDC, votes obtained 12,788, constituting 49.42%. Valid votes 25,878. Still in Lofa, House of Representatives, Electoral District 2, winning candidate, Weir Julie Fatoma CDC, votes obtained 5,394, constituting 28.51%. Valid votes 18,920. In Lofa County, House of Representatives, Electoral District 3, winning candidate, Boto Momo Siafa CDC, votes obtained 8,215, constituting 33.46%. Valid votes 24,551. House of Representatives, Electoral District 4 in Lofa County, winning candidate Collins Gizi K UP, votes obtained 13,027, constituting 40.30%. Valid votes 32,323. Valid votes 32,323. Still in Lofa, House of Representatives, Electoral District 5, winning candidate Chiwolo Augustine B. UP, votes obtained 7,696, constituting 25.250. Valid votes 30,475. Now in Montserrado County, House of Representatives, Electoral District 11, winning candidate Kun Richard Nangbe UP, votes obtained 12,589, constituting 28.76%. Valid votes 43,769. House of Representatives, Electoral District 14 in Montserrado County, winning candidate Kamara Kekula Muka, CDC, votes obtained 12,403, constituting 42.09%. Valid votes 29,469. Montserrado County House of Representatives, Electoral District 16, winning candidate Sibo Dixon W. CDC, votes obtained 14,706, constituting 39.87%. Valid votes 36,888. Now in Nimba County, House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, winning candidate Brown Senior Samuel N. Independent, votes obtained 16,767, constituting 63.76%. Valid votes 26,298. Still in Nimba County, House of Representatives, Electoral District 3, winning candidate Gay Necker E. MDR. Votes obtained 8,690, constituting 29.73%. Valid votes 29,233. In Nimba County House of Representatives, Electoral District 5, winning candidate Koga Samuel G, PUP, votes obtained 6,111, constituting 27.98%. Valid votes 21,843. In Nimba County House of Representatives, Electoral District 6, winning candidate Glikai Dowon Twan, MDR, votes obtained 7,392, constituting 32.85%. Valid votes 22,503. House of Representatives, Electoral District 7, Nimba County, Bilete Musa Hassan CPP is the winning candidate. Votes obtained 10,003, constituting 35.86%. Valid votes 27,897. House of Representatives, Electoral District 8, Nimba County, winning candidate Mena C. S. MDR, votes obtained 7,506, constituting 27.50%. Valid votes 27,297. And now in River G, for the Senate, the winning candidate is Dopo the Second Francis Sadie, Independent, votes obtained 10,104, constituting 36.40%. Valid votes 27,758. House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, River G, winning candidate Poor Alexander CDC, votes obtained 3,684, constituting 41.73%. Valid votes 8,829. Still in River G, House of Representatives, Electoral District 2, winning candidate Wo Isaac B. Cholople CDC, votes obtained 3,701, constituting 35.84%. Valid votes 10,327. Still in River G, House of Representatives, Electoral District 3, winning candidate Williams Senior Johnson SN CDC, votes obtained 2,202, constituting 26.10%. Valid votes 8,437. Now in River Cess, for the Senate, winning candidate Twewe Bill Tier CDC, votes obtained 12,780, constituting 47.89%. Valid votes 26,688. The House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, River Cess, winning candidate Grant Alex J. Independent, votes obtained 2,686, constituting 20.31%. Valid votes 13,225. Still in River Cess, House of Representatives, Electoral District 2, winning candidates Tikwa Steve Independent, votes obtained 2,734, constituting 20.67%. Valid votes 13,229. And in Sinoe County, House of Representatives, Electoral District 1, the winning candidate is Quia Thomas Romeo NDC. Votes obtained 3,968, constituting 27.23%. Valid votes 14,574. That concludes the winners in the legislative elections. And now we take your questions.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the Board of Commissioners. We'll now take your question and we'll start with you.
Good evening, Madam Commissioner and your Board of Commissioners. My name is Louis Massacre and I report for Big FM and Labua Public Radio. When you were reading the results Yesterday, you pronounced Montserrado County District number 7. One of the candidates, Honorable Emmanuel Dine, as the winner. And today, we noticed that when he was reading the results, he said 97% of the polling center was complete. So I want you to clarify that, please.
Commissioner, would you have the idea there?
Seven.
So we announced winner yesterday for District 7. Is that? Wow. We have 99 polling places out of 100 polling places reported. 99%. So I don't know. No, we have one polling place remaining. From the report I have here, we have one polling place remaining.
So let me say that we will check this out and we'll let you know tomorrow, please.
All right, thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Eric Kennedy from Arja. There is concern in the public space concerning the lack of uniformity in the way the results are being announced. And to tell you the truth, the people not digging the way the results are being announced, if you know what that means. For example, you and other commissioners are reading the results in the standard conventional way, but some commissioners are not. That's creating confusion in the public space, and I know you can understand where that's coming from. My second question has to do with Zona Common CPP. On record, the CPP has categorically rejected the results already. The results do not represent the aspirations of Liberian people, and you guys are now announcing the result of those who voted for him. So I was just wondering if the commission can confirm that such representation has been made by Mr. Cummings and his CPP. Thank you.
The commission has not received any of these concerns from the CPP.
What about the first question?
Today we take 7 questions, please.
My name is Azai Josebanye. I represent Ambassadors TV Liberia. My questions starts. Madam Commissioner, why are you more concerned about calling the votes percentage rather than calling the figures, percent codes, and among voters per districts or counties? Why? And my second question, why are your response to the press questions are always aggressive?
So I will not go there. Hello? I will not go there. Your question about why we are not announcing the precinct code and what have you, you will see the precinct code online results.necliberia.org. Next question. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Excuse me, my brother, you were asking a question. The Board of Commissioners do not announce precinct. If you go to the ministerial office now, you will see each precinct code polling places being announced at the ministerial office. And when the information comes to the board, we report on consolidated report coming from the feed. So if you're privileged to go to SKD complex, you will see what we refer to as precinct code and then polling places. That's what they do it. And across the country.
My name is Moses Gazo. I report for the BBC. I'm concerned about, I don't know whether it's about technical glitches or maybe technical fault or maybe the commissioners that are announcing the results. If I can trace back the last time you said it was printing error on the percentages. Then in Nimba, you said 309 instead of 390. You came and corrected. Yesterday, you told us that District 7 was 100%. Today, we're talking about around 90, 99%. Yesterday, you announced Mr. Dan as winner. So why all of these bit and pieces of thoughts coming from the commission? The public is concerned, and I'm also concerned.
Rightly so, the public should be concerned. But again, we say we are humans, and we still come to you that if there are any missteps in terms of the announcement, we correct them.
Okay, Madam Commissioner, my name is Samuel Coleman from BFN. My concern is the waiver report in terms of the presidential results. Looking at the percentage between the two contending parties, that is the Unity Party and that of the CDC. If there be second round, are there fundings available to take out to that period of second round that have to do a runoff elections? How prepared is the commission?
The commission is prepared to conduct a second round should there be one.
Commissioner, my name is Calvin Johnson. I'm representing the Association of Liberian Journalists in the Americas. I'm here as an international observer. From my observation, when reporters ask you questions, most of the responses are very short, out of one word or one phrase. So are you stressed, or are you under any pressure from any one political party or organization or any individuals? Thank you.
Now I answer, then you got issue with that. Yes, you know, if I were to answer you now, then the fault would be on me, right? I am good. Thank you.
The final question.
Okay, thank you, Madam Commissioner. I'm Nelson Collet, and I report for the Spoon Network. Like a media colleague of mine just stated, Moses Gazewu, there has been series of issues with respect to some of the reports we've seen from there quite recently. One of which you said the NEC was going to rectify with respect to the numbers, the polling places coming from Nimba County and so forth. What do you make of a comment made by former chairperson of the very NEC, the very position you seated in, James Flomoyan, who said that your conduct and that of the other board of commissioners here is not up to best international practice and has the propensity to plunge the country into chaos? What can you say to that?
What I would say is that everyone is free under the law, and their fundamental rights must be accorded them the freedom to say whatever they want to say. Next question.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. That's the final question.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow again, we'll be here. Thank you.
Kamara Senior, Lucini F. Alcup. Votes obtained.
Okay. Amon, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Nelson. I'm here.
Okay, so again, today we are here at the premises of the National Elections Commission. And like yesterday, today we had another batch of reports coming from the NEC with respect to where we stand from the results they've received so far, the tallying from those different polling places that have been completed. So we have been receiving some numbers from the National Elections Commission. And so, Diamond, going back to yesterday, following the reports and everything that came from the National Elections Commission, we were at 72% of the total votes as of yesterday, and even posted on the website of the National Elections Commission. For today's numbers or reports coming from the National Elections Commission today takes us at 92% of the total votes tally, and so we are at 92.8% right now as we speak, Diamond. So there are lots of other things happening. Of course, NEC equally also pronounced some winners from several counties as well. That is for the districts, the electoral districts, where tallying has been completed so far.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson, for the update. Thank you and your team for making sure we did get the best from the NEC. We've been getting the best since they started releasing progressive tally results concerning not just the presidential race, but the legislative race as well. My first question is, the NEC chairperson, today again in answering questions, maintains her posture of either giving one word answer or short phrases, as the our media colleague from the States who's serving as an international observer said. This thing, when you analyze it, is it calculated in the fact that she does not want to give in-depth details into questions being asked in the guise of the answers, or is just what it is in terms of how she answers to questions being posed?
Well, I think it's more about maintaining the environment that's already been created here for the media. The election is a very crucial one, and even the next chairperson is aware that the media is very critical of this election, and even and some members of the public as well, because everyone have their eyes on this election. So with respect to the way the questions are being answered, you got it right, Diamond. It's either a word or just a phrase to answer a question that needs that requires a detailed explanation with respect to how the NEC is proceeding with certain things. And as you know, we come here from our different media institutions, Diamond, but we represent thousands, if not millions, of people who are unable to be in this very hall, in this very conference room where we are right now. And some of the questions that those people ask, because they're not here, they're unable to ask them. So we ask some of those questions, not necessarily for us, but so that the public will be able to get a clearer understanding of how some of the things are going on here. But again, this is just the sad reality of what the situation is here at the National Elections Commission, because questions are either swept under the carpet, answered with just a yes or a no, or maybe just a phrase, and then it's swept off. And I think that is squarely geared towards maintaining the atmosphere that's already been created here for the media. Like you saw today, Diamond, there were so many journalists who had a lot of questions, but could not ask those questions today because, unlike other days, unlike the previous days where the media had up to 15 questions to ask and so forth, today was restricted to 7 questions. I was just fortunate to have been the last person, but it was restricted to just 7 questions. And so that is exactly what happened at the end of the day.
Now, we left with 7.18% of the total number of valid votes to be tallied across the country in terms of polling places where those valid votes will be originating from. Looking at the number of the percentage on the percentage scale between the ruling CDC and the main opposition Unity Party in the numerical order, first and second, you have Joseph Yuman Boyka of the Unity Party, 43.70%, and George Manewia of the ruling CDC, 43.65. There's been a swap in positions. Remember,
okay, you're talking about yesterday, right? From yesterday.
No, I'm talking about today. Today, what's the updated figures? 43.70 and 43.65, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, looking at 7.18% remaining of the total number of polling places across the country. Are we headed to a runoff? The commissioner has said they prepared for one.
That is what a lot of people are predicting. What
is your analysis? Looking at the numbers that's left, the number of candidates in the still collecting votes here, there, and the two parties neither of them can not get the entire 7.18%.
Yes.
It's totally impossible. From a mathematical
Okay,
point of view,
so
it's totally impossible.
So Dama, let me just come in a bit with something I did here, right? So you take, for example, the remaining counties. So the little over 400 polling places that we are yet to get results from. We took up time to look at the counties, where those polling places are located. So I divided those counties into three categories. So one of those counties could be like considered the stronghold of the Unity Party. One of those counties is stronghold of the CDC, and the remaining counties are considered battleground. And battleground, by that I mean the counties where the both parties are either moving, neck to neck, just a very slim, difference within the number with respect to the numbers that are coming out. So, for example, in the stronghold of the CDC, in the stronghold of the CDC, we have 45 polling places remaining in the stronghold of the CDC. That is talking about some of those southeastern counties and so forth. Now, in the stronghold of the Unity Party, we have, let me just get it right. Okay, so we have so we have the battleground counties where we have 177 polling places remaining as well. So with respect to all of these numbers coming out, Diamond, the indication is that we're going to go to a second round at the end of the day because, like you mentioned from the onset of the conversation here, it is very much it's difficult. It's difficult. It's very difficult it's going to be difficult to have any of these political parties getting the 50 plus 1% of the vote at the moment, because the remaining 7% we're talking about is not just going to be going across to the Unity Party and the CTC. We have 18 other. Yeah, we have
for
18.
example, will be
Appleton
taking
is
a
going to
large
get
chunk.
his share. Definitely, Appleton is going to be getting his share of it. You're going to have
Invalid votes.
invalid
Invalid
votes.
votes.
You have the CPP, Councillor Tiawon Gonglo, and all other political parties. 18 other candidates will be having their own share of the 7% we're talking about. So that means that indicates or it sends a message that it's going to be difficult to have either the CDC or the Unity Party getting the 50 plus 1% of the vote. That's something that is going to be difficult from all indications right now. It's going to be a difficult one. So
When you have the ruling party, is struggling to shake off the major opposition party in the country and the tie in general percentage in terms of 43-43 in a very crucial elections as it is. What does that speak to the trend, the voters' trend, and why they went to the polls?
Well, I think what this says to the voter trend is that uh, the ruling establishment has lost grip to some extent, has lost some influence now as compared to what we had in 2017. Now, because you remember, Diamond, even before getting here, in 2017, there were people printing their own T-shirts for the ruling establishment now. People, so many partisans and supporters underwrote the cost of doing things to get the ruling establishment to where it is now. But just 6 years after, even during the campaign, you saw that individuals had to be paid. In some cases, there were reports. Let me put it that way. There were reports of individuals being paid, to attend rallies or activities of the ruling establishment. So that from that moment, it sent a message that the influence of the ruling establishment had dropped to some extent. And coming to where we are, I think the numbers that we are getting from across, especially for the ruling establishment, is just a clear indication that is not what it was back in 2017 or so. No.
Quickly, we have to go for news. Nelson, we have news at 7. That's 5 minutes shy of this time. But just one last question. One last question to you. who are winners and losers on this presidential scale? If you look at the presidential listing, who are winners and losers? Though we have two that will be seemingly or inadvertently going to a runoff, but if you look at the list of presidential candidates, who are the losers and winners?
Well, finally, just before we go, Diamond, I think the winners and losers. I don't know from what perspective, from what
Okay, let
end
me let me let,
you.
let, let me lay it out for you.
Mhm.
Prior to going to the polls, the
Yeah.
CPP of Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummins was hailed as a major factor in these
Yeah.
elections. You know,
Yeah.
looking at where they are with just
Okay.
7.18% remaining, are they winners? Have they done one better than what
Look,
they did in
look.
2017? Or Appleton being hailed more than the CPP? That is the angle this question is coming from.
Okay, now I got the angle. But listen, Diamond, I think with respect to that, uh, this election has further established that the most times we have to look beyond just the ordinary to be able to reach certain political parties. And like in this case, the CPP is a loser. It's a loser in the sense that a lot of people predicted or rated the CPP at third place. But looking at what the numbers are saying now, the CPP is all the way down. The last time I checked, the CPP was at sixth place. Dr. Monoma, for example, was
Now they are
rated
five.
at. Come again?
Now they
You said they are
placed in
five, right?
position 5, the fifth place.
Okay, so they are
Yeah,
the
with,
fifth
with
place.
one
So
point with
yeah,
1.59%.
yeah. So in terms of winning, Diamond, I think it's not just about going to the presidency. It's about where you were before this particular process and where you are now. I think the elect of Councillor Tiawon Gongo, to some extent, has gained for himself a space at the political table now. Appleton, for example, has gained for himself a space at the political table. And you can go on to
Do you
name
think Appleton will be taken
the likes
seriously
of
when concessions are being made and all that?
oh yeah, the likes of
Do you think
Lucini
Appleton will
Camara
be
of
taken
Akon.
seriously?
It will definitely be taken seriously, Diamond. Though we've seen images circulating on the social media about him having an alignment with the ruling establishment and so forth. But from the numbers, I mean, people are concerned about the numbers at this particular time. And what the numbers are saying is that he's one of those persons who, if we were to see political parties having a conversation, striking deal, or going on the table and making arrangements, he's one of those persons who will definitely not be left back.
Okay, just a baby to that question. With these two parties now poised to go for a runoff, who should they be having conversations with? Just 3 or 4 names that they should be having conversations with
Okay,
to
who should they be
align
having
with.
conversations with? Finally,
Yeah.
I think those political parties that the top two candidates should be having conversations with now would be you talk, for example, Apiton. Apiton is one of those persons.
Appleton,
Councillor Tia,
Appleton.
yeah, Councillor Tiawon Gonglo, Lucini Camara of ACOP. You know, these are individuals that those two political parties should now consider having conversations with based on the numbers that are coming in so far.
Okay, Nelson, we have to go for news. The editor in chief is on my neck. I have to breathe. But thank you so much, you and your team, for the tremendous job being done. Someone asked whether we plan to wear the same kind of shit or shirt. Nah, I
Oh,
don't know.
are you
But
in black as well?
I am in black, but it's a different shade to yours as well.
Yeah.
But thank you. Thank you for the hard work being done. Kudos to you and your team. Cheers. We have to leave it at that. But
Yeah.
just to counter what you said, Appleton is not going to be taken very seriously when it comes to conversations being held. He's saying more like a fluke, honestly. And many of these political parties feel like those votes gotten were undeserved. So to have a conversation and bring it out the table, I doubt that to the highest. But we'll have to go for news. And thank you so much.
I just hope we had a longer time to talk about this. But again, we're out of time. On behalf of the team, Ernest Bena is behind camera. Sylvester Wu was here, Chukwunflama as well. I want to say thank you, Diamond, on behalf of the team here. Thank you guys in studio for the great job, and we look forward to doing more of this. And maybe tomorrow we'll be here with more updates on this.
Thank you, Nelson, and thank you to the entire team. This is how we'll have to wrap up quickly to join the Spoon Newsroom to bring in news from Liberia and the rest of the world. On behalf of the entire team, this is a wrap on 2023 Elections Update 360. My name is Diamond Slanger. Bye-bye.